Good evening. Welcome to Casual AF, the gaming stream so casual, I basically never even put on a video game. We mostly don't even discuss video games, but we will tonight, actually. I've got one for you. You're
Oh,
gonna
cool.
uh
Are you gonna play, or are we just gonna talk about video
I can
games?
throw it up. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's simple enough to play it. But we've got a lot of stuff to discuss today. A lot of crazy, messed up. Oh, heaven help us. Heaven help them.
I know, right?
They're in so much trouble. But we'll get to all that. Craig, how the hell are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Living the dream.
Good, good, good. How was your week? Did you have a good day, good week at work, and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, work is well, honestly, lately it's been a little mind numbing, but that's okay. The place is great, the people are great. But and it's about to things are about to change a little bit. We're gonna actually do one of those weird one of those circus freak shows, like the exhibition, but smaller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we've got a show, yeah, in the fall.
at the warehouse, or are you taking your wares to a
No,
to a
no, we're
convention
going
center?
to like a big show where, yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah. It's
Where is it?
it'll be down at the Direct Energy or is it now the Enercare Center? They keep fucking selling that stupid glass building on the
Oh,
exhibition grounds.
is it Toronto Convention Center, where it was the Toronto Convention Center, or it's a different building
No,
now?
no, they built that big glass behemoth on the by the Prince's Gates,
Okay, yeah.
right? That one. They just keep changing the name of it though.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's there.
so
Um,
it's at exhibition place.
yeah.
Okay, cool. What's
Yeah.
what's the show called? I'll come down and look at the debauchery.
It's the everything to do with sex show.
Oh, right. I think I've been there once.
I've heard about it, never gone. But yeah, now apparently I have to work it. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's at the International Center, it's called.
Ajax
Oh
is
no,
here.
sorry, that's the 2022 one. Let's see here.
Oh, Ajax has a new avatar too. Looking pretty slick there, bud.
Oh, hey Ajax. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
And you, how's work?
Yeah, Enercare Center, 100
Yeah.
Princes Boulevard, sorry.
Yeah, they just keep changing the name of it.
But that's in October though.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Still stuff is changing. Someone's going back to school, so I'll be doing like hybrid work because I'll basically have two half jobs, which is cool.
Right.
Because right now the one I'm doing, yeah, it's not even like you go to work, every day is the same. Even if you're solving a new problem or helping a new person or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Every day is exactly the same. But for me, every half hour is exactly the same. I finish
Yeah.
a half hour and immediately restart that same half hour and do it again. It is so fucking mind numbing.
I clipped your super chat to Tim Pool. It's on the Lade server in general. If you wanted Irving to see it at Craig Bragg. Oh, you did? You were watching that? That's
You
hilarious.
super chatted Tim Pool?
I did, yeah.
What the fuck?
What did I? Yeah, what did I say? I'm trying to remember now. Something about the logos. The logos and Trump being the living monolith.
Well, I hope they
Yeah, I
read
think
it.
I've been on that kick like this entire week now.
Well, and then
It's
you
all I
saw
can think about.
then you saw those clips at least from the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, and we'll get to that. We're not talking about
Yeah,
that.
let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Of course, we got to ask. We're all gonna make it. Craig, how have you been doing at the gym this week?
Very good this week at the gym. I went Monday to Friday. I worked 10 to 6 this week, so I got to go in the morning. So I went like bright and early at 6. And I did this new upper body focused workout. So basically what it has me doing is it's focusing on one muscle group. I get 3 exercises on that muscle group, typically 3 sets on each exercise, sometimes 2 sets on each exercise on some of the exercises. But essentially, basically, first day one is like 3 chest exercises, a tricep exercise, a shoulder exercise, a quad exercise, and a glute exercise. That's day one. Then the next day it switches to, let's see here, back. So 3 back exercises, then biceps and forearms and hamstrings and calves. So it's almost a full body every day. But yeah, no, I really like it, and I've been doing. I don't want to say it's a dirty bulk. I'll call it an unclean bulk. So I've been eating a lot more calories. So 3 out of the 5 days each week, like through the week, Monday to Friday, I'm eating in excess of my burnt calories. And then the other
Yeah.
days I'm kind of taking it easy. And then on the weekends I'm not even really tracking. I'm just like trying to get enough protein, and I don't really care because weekends is when I sort of indulge and I relax too, right? So anyway, I'm noticing my chest is getting bigger. I can feel it. I can see it in profile and stuff, but it's not there yet. I'm still working on it. So let's see. On Monday, this is the second week of this mesocycle. Let's see what they got me doing. So they got me doing the dumbbell press, but it's more reps. Same weight, but more reps. Cable fly, same weight, but more reps. Same with my push-ups, more reps. Yeah, so essentially it looks like for this first week or the second week, it just wants me doing more reps. So the hope is, and this is the 6-week mesocycle, so the 6th week will be my deload week. So that should be good. It'll drop it down to like very few reps or drop the weight quite a bit. So yeah. Yeah, and I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it.
Good, good.
How about you?
Yeah, I was had a full week back at the gym, like shoulders doing well. I did lose some strength, but endurance is still there, so that's good. And I don't look worse off as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So I'm all right. I'm good. But yeah, no, there was something. I have notes.
Oh, cool.
Notes last week that we had to skip because it was wall to wall Trump being shot coverage. We'll talk about some more about that too.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, okay. So I was watching one of your videos, not your videos, but one of your guys' videos there.
One of my guys.
Mike Israetel,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Renaissance periodization.
Yes.
And he was, having a scientific discussion with another scientific man. And they were
Tom DeLauer.
scientificing the weight lift. I don't know. It didn't matter. The point was they were suddenly very, very defensive about the science. And yes, even the noobs need the science, right? Absolutely. You walk into the gym for the first time, you have to have the science. And I'm just sitting there like, no, I think you're all very wrong. All right. And there's something
I think
about
they
it
get
like,
focused. I think they get focused on their vocation. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
they focused on the fact that they're experts and they feel their expertise is vitally important.
And let me tell you why they're wrong. Because guess what? I'm also an expert. Just I'm not an expert in expertise. I'm an
Yeah.
expert in noob.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Something that I do, one of the few things at which I excel, is training people. Now,
Yeah.
you watch Mike Israetel, and he actually, and his is Jared his son for real, or they just keep
Jared
pushing
Feather.
it?
Yeah, I think it's his kid.
And they'll take like some famous or Instagram famous lifting person, bodybuilder,
Yeah, and they'll put them
Floyd
through their
tranny,
paces.
right? And they'll be like, "Try our workout. Look at this super scientific workout." Brr. Okay, that might be great for that person, but I don't know how well they train nobody.
Without you. Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't know how well Mike Israetel trains nobody.
Oh, I
Like,
see what you're saying.
I train from zero.
Right.
I take a person who's never done this before, never seen it,
Yeah.
right? And I train them to do it. All right. And I train them in all the basics. And then I say, now, if you want more, I can't help you. You need to move on to somebody else who can
Right.
help you. But these are not the guys that do what I do.
No.
Right. Training from zero is a very specific set of skills. All right. And I want to use the example of chess. When I was still in high school, I taught dozens of people, it might be over 100 people, how to move the pieces. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
chess is a complex game, right?
Yeah.
You lay down the board and you have to realize the first thing, is it oriented correctly? White on the right, your bottom right square should be white. If it's not, the board's not oriented correctly. Then you got to teach somebody each piece, how it moves, right? then there's rules on top, how the pieces are set up. There's
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
of this information. Okay. So once I've taught a person the correct orientation, how to set up the pieces, how the pieces move, all the rules, what do we do next? Well, obviously they have to read Nimzovich's My System. There's probably a book or two by Ruben Fine on openings, maybe throw in some no, you play the chess. You don't touch anything else. You don't do a goddamn thing except play. You got to play 100 games or more. So all your science stuff, like walking into the gym from noob, is so fucking complicated. How many times have you seen somebody look at
Yeah,
an exercise and go,
I'm
what
listening. I'm
muscle does
listening
that
up.
work?
Yes.
What muscle
Well,
does
you
that
know what?
work?
There's the joke, right? People, new lifters, basically, they can gain muscles by simply looking at the weights. Putting on muscles easy when you haven't ever done it before.
Sure.
To a degree, to a point. At a point, you stop getting those noob gains, right? Yeah, and it all comes down to proper form. Now, so I was lucky to have Chevy show me proper form on all these exercises because I was a total noob in the gym, right? Um, and then when I did my training most recently with Nate, now he showed me some techniques to get more out of my form. So basically changing tempo. So when I'm doing dumbbell bench press, I can explode up and come down slow and hold it at the bottom, and I get much more engagement of my chest muscles, of my pecs,
Mhm.
right? If you're just going back and forth, yeah, you're lifting the weights and you're doing great, but by holding it and going down low and going down slowly, you're engaging those muscles that much more. So, and that's helped me enormously in
Sure.
terms of feeling the weight, you know what I mean?
It's helped you now,
Right.
but that wouldn't have helped you at the beginning. Not that it wouldn't have helped you, but that you wouldn't have understood it and you wouldn't have had enough mind muscle connection, they call it,
Right. Right.
to know the fucking difference. Like it would just be more information that's just harder to remember, right? It ends up confusing the issue. All you have to do is figure out these are like you're like, I've got this new thing. The new thing you're trying, except for the throwing leg in,
Yeah.
is basically what I've been telling you. 3 big exercises for the muscle group and an accessory or two. And
Yeah.
just keep it simple, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you actually circled all the way back around to the beginning.
Well, no, but this is one that RP Hypertrophy app built. Basically, it said, "Oh, you want to do an upper body focus? Here's the template. You're doing 3 chest, 2 back, or a back, a tricep, a quad, whatever. Fill those exercises. You put in what you want, basically." So that's what I did. I put in what I wanted, and
But my
yeah,
point is, until you've played bunches of games of chess,
yeah,
there's a lot of information about strategy, tactics, openings that is not going to mean anything to somebody.
no,
Like it's just it's going to mean so little, it might actually be more harmful than useful to them,
right,
right? Now, there is a point where a tiny amount of information at the right moment can be far more useful than a ton of information at the beginning, right?
yep,
You're playing chess with somebody and they're like, "Man, you beat the crap out of me. I don't even know what went wrong." And you can point, "Well, you see your knight? You put it off on the side there, right? Well, knights are short range. They do better in the middle. That's all. We're not going to go back and study the positions and this was the move you made here. Respond. No, no, no. That one little bit. And now next time they want to put their knight on the edge, they'll think, fuck, maybe I shouldn't do that.
right,
Maybe I need to find a better place for it in the middle, right? And it just keep them thinking. It's the same thing with the gym. Until you start becoming familiar with how the weights feel,
hmm,
right? Like how much it hurts you, and like, oh, guess what? I actually can. I remember the first time I actually felt my fucking lats engage. It was like, what?
yeah,
And yeah, so like, oh, you could get 7% more muscle mass in your first year if you follow the science.
right, right.
Right, but
No, just
at best,
when you're beginning, the best bet is go there and just put some fucking time in.
just fucking lift.
Yeah, just go in and put some time in. Like,
It doesn't
go to the
matter if it's
gym.
yeah, it doesn't matter if it's bro science. What matters is that it's simple enough for you to understand and
Right,
keep at it for a
right.
year.
Yeah,
And in a great year for a noob, if you put on 10 pounds of muscle mass, that would be great. But what's 7% more? 0.7 pounds?
yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? Most people aren't actually trying to be a bodybuilder in the gym. They're not trying to be a pro athlete. They're not looking for the best. You know what they're doing? They're not bodybuilding. They're American Beauty building.
Yes.
You remember the movie?
Yep. I
Yeah.
want to look good naked.
I want to look good naked.
Yeah.
And
I want to look good in
0.7 pounds,
spandex.
0.7 pounds or 1.5 pounds of muscle mass in a year.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the difference.
No.
Right? So just chill out, science guys. Besides, there's so
Well,
much
you know what? There's a reason why they're
information.
popular, right? Because people want that information. Whether or not they can effectively use it or not is irrelevant. If
And
they have that information, they'll keep that little nugget in their head, and then when they go to the gym the next time, they go, "Slow my tempo," or they'll do whatever they remember. They'll remember to do that one thing, and maybe they'll get something out of it. At the very least, they're going to feel like they're getting something out of it, and that will keep them motivated to keep going back to the gym.
the real problem is being spoiled for choice. Vis-a-vis you.
What do you mean?
This calendar year, which program number is this? Is this the 5th program you're doing?
I wouldn't say that much. I wouldn't say it's been that much.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure
Probably
this is your
3.
5th one.
It's probably 3. I did the Superman workout, I did the Thor workout, and then I'm doing this one now.
But before the Superman
Before
one,
that,
you
I
were
didn't
doing
have a program. I was just fucking around. I might do like, what do you call it? Push pull legs, or I might do, full body antagonistic supersets. I might fuck around with that for a bit.
Oh, yeah. That's the other one. That's all this calendar year, man. This is since January.
No,
Yeah.
no, the antagonistic supersets was last year. It was.
I
It
don't
was.
know what it was. I
It
don't know
was.
what
It was shortly after I finished working out with Chevy, so I was still at Movati, and I only had him for about 3 months. I'm like, oh, I saw this video. I'm gonna try that full body antagonistic supersets, and I did it for probably about 3 or 4 weeks, and I realized it was just fucking killing me. I was like, I could the the pain on my body was like too much. So I'm like, I can't do that anymore.
I also think your buddy is right about that, though. If you're going to do full body, especially something antagonistic where there's basically no rest time,
Yeah,
you can only do it like 3 days a week.
yeah. That's
But
okay. You got a few comments here. You haven't.
oh, I mean, I didn't say hello, Squid. Hello, Squid. How are you? Thanks for coming. Fun fact: being in shape is a good antidepressant. Yeah, man.
Damn right it is. I will owe. I'll be honest. I do take an SRI, an SSRI or an SRI. I can't
SS,
remember.
yeah.
SSRI. I do take one, but what I'm finding is I take it with my vitamins in the morning when I have my big meal, and I've been forgetting it now and again. So there's been days where I haven't taken my medication 2, 3 days, and I find that just going to the gym every morning and coming back, my mood hasn't really changed much. Now I will say this: I don't believe I took it today, and I believe my motivation has been affected because today, uh, probably because I worked out 5 days this week. Today I was just like, I'm lazy today. There was things I want to get done, but I'm just like, fuck it. I'm watching YouTube on the couch, and I didn't get shit done. So I'm gonna go check on my dog, make sure she's not getting into any shit. So
Yeah.
give me a moment.
But to summarize here, just
Come.
go lift. Keep it simple.
Come.
Right. If you're not trying to be a bodybuilder, if you're not trying to be a pro athlete, if you haven't been lifting for 2.5, 3 years, a lot of this is just going to be like it can be useful. Small doses of it will be helpful. Never skip.
I want to
look
like Captain America. That's what I want.
That's what everybody wants. They want for you to.
I watched Winter Soldier yesterday again. I watched Winter Soldier. I'm like, and he's like, when he's fucking racing, what's his name? Was it Howard Mackey? Is that the guy's name? Plays football.
Oh, running laps around.
Yeah, running laps at the very beginning. I'm like, and then afterwards, he's like, just sort of standing there going, "You call that a run?" I'm like, "Fuck, man, look at that guy's chest. That guy looks he doesn't even have monstrous shoulders or big arms, but he just looks so athletic. You know what I mean? It's that chest. I want that fucking chest so bad.
Yeah, his chest is severely overdeveloped.
Yeah. Never skip leg days, says Squid Coyote. Yes, it's true. I don't like leg workouts, but yeah, you can't skip them.
You know what's funny? I have a love-hate relationship with leg day, right? Because leg day's hard. I have chicken legs, so squats are terrible for me. It's literally when I'm doing squats, it feels like my femur's trying to escape through my patella.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful. But at the end of a leg day workout,
Yeah.
I feel stronger than at the end of any other workout. Like you feel jacked when you finish a workout, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I feel pure power at the end of a leg day.
Well, because legs are
So
half your muscle mass, right?
exactly, right.
Yeah.
It's super important. Also, I do my deadlifts on leg day. I think deadlifts
Yeah.
belong on leg day. Uh,
I've been doing calf stair raises because doing
oh yeah.
calves with added weight, it fucking ruins my Achilles. So just calf stair raises, 15 reps, 3 sets of 15 reps, it seems to help. And and it's funny, I feel it more than when I was trying to do it with weight, because with weight, I was just rushing through them. I wanted to get them done.
Mm.
Now I can take my time. And when I'm done, when I reduce the tempo of my movements, I feel it much more afterwards. I'll take
Well,
your meds, but being in shape is free and you can make friends too. It's true. It's true.
being in shape is free. Not the way Craig does it. Craig
No,
goes to those fancy gyms and buys
I go
shakes
to
and stuff.
fancy gyms and I hire fucking personal trainers for like a week or 2 weeks at a stretch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, man. I mean, okay, if you're at that point still where you see someone doing an exercise you've never seen before, and you have
Yeah,
to ask, what muscle does that work? You don't need science. You just need to lift.
it's true. It's true. Well, you know what the funny thing is though, you eventually start to learn that. You see what
Yeah.
somebody's doing. You see, hey, I've never seen that particular cable exercise before. You can tell what muscle they're working by the way they're
Yes.
doing it, you
Yes,
know?
but that comes from experience.
Right.
Just like playing the chess. You can't read it like you could read a hundred games, but if you don't
Yeah.
play any games, it's not gonna mean anything. You'll see someone make a move on the board you've never seen before,
Yeah.
but you'll suddenly realize, I know what he's up to. And that's how you actually learn something, right? Not
Hmm.
from some scientist telling you the results and reading you the paper. Like, that's actually not that helpful unless you're already at that level.
Right.
Yeah.
No, only computers can learn to play chess without playing.
Yeah.
And they learn it by inputting a bunch of games that other people played. So,
Mhm.
um yeah. Anyway, how's that game going? That what do you call it?
Oh, I don't say
Phalanx?
anything. Don't I yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, a
Did I
lot of that
did I
stuff
reveal to
is
the world your secret?
yes. And
Uh-oh, sorry.
it's okay.
Never
It's all
mind what
gotta
I
be
said. We'll have to clip this out. Never mind.
it's too late. It's live.
I don't want to. I didn't. I don't think I jinxed anything, and I don't think there's enough people watching to worry about.
Probably not. But
Yeah.
yes, no, I've built a board game, and someone's writing code for it. We're gonna try and introduce it as an app on phones, and it'll be it's cool. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it will be good
But
based on
right
what you
now, yeah,
described it.
we can't really talk about the details of it or what it
No,
actually is. Because yeah.
you want to keep it on the down low,
Yeah.
like your sex life.
If movies reflected reality, a guy who looks fat
Hey,
would destroy
come
all
on,
those chiseled Adonis types. Uh
girl.
depends. There's some chiseled Adonis types in the combat sports. They do okay.
I've I watch a lot of YouTube shorts. There's a guy who goes to like Muscle Beach, and he has this device which is basically it's a spring, like a very high tension spring, and you bend it, and depending on how well you depending on the tension on the spring indicates how many pounds it is or pounds of resistance it is to
Mhm.
bend it. And so he had a couple of bodybuilders, the guys who are jacked and they got, less than 10% body fat, and then a couple of construction workers. And the construction worker, he's a big guy with a gut and big arms, big shoulders and everything, but no definition. He's just mass, right? And the bodybuilder's doing it. And of course, he's got strength, but the guy who's the construction worker is doing it without even fucking thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like he's just, yeah, that's 80 kilograms. Yeah, there you go.
Well, like that kind of tool intensive labor work,
Yeah,
it's forearms, forearms, forearms,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That's probably because this exercise is so much of that part of your arm. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, also never skip leg day, but also never skip rape day. Rape
What?
day at the gym. Yeah, you focus on grip strength exercises, hip thrusts, and sprints.
That's terrible.
Oh,
I don't do hip thrusts because I don't have the coordination for it.
I
I
don't
look
do them
like a fool,
because
and
it's
I'm
like
not able to get the kettlebell to move very far.
it's supposed to be like a glute isolation exercise, and I don't know, just squat. Like
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
that's fucked up, Craig. What? What's fucked up? That I don't do the
Or you
hip
don't have enough
thrusts?
coordination for hip thrusts.
I'm very gangly. Like I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", and I've never been very coordinated. Like thankfully I'm not clumsy like I fall, but I'm Canadian and I don't skate because I'm not coordinated. I've never done skateboarding because I'm not coordinated. That kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever considered that maybe you're not coordinated because you don't do those things? And
But
coordination is a skill?
you know what? It's one of those things where I could probably learn it, but I never felt the desire to because it did not come as naturally as other things would.
Hmm.
Like I'm since I was a little kid, I could draw really well, right? I never
Right.
learned how to draw. I just had a natural talent for it. So doing anything that doesn't come naturally to you is kind of like, why the fuck am I wasting my time? I'd rather be drawing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I've looked at sort of everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't draw enough anymore. I should get back into drawing. I don't do nearly enough drawing.
I haven't drawn anything significant in years and years now.
But is he a big guy for you? What do you mean? I don't know what he's talking about.
You're a big guy. For you. Spain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bane. What are you? Ugh. Shall we
So
move on?
I think we should.
Yeah. Look, a woman.
The media
Women on
narrative
the
shift
internet. What are you
has been,
talking about?
the media narrative shift has been fucking wild, right? Trump gets shot, and the Democrats go with, "Look, a woman," and now they're trying to keep the Trump assassination attempt off off the news and
Yeah.
just go with Kamala, Kamala, Kamala,
Yeah.
Kamala. And now there's this new thing I heard where apparently if you mispronounce her name, it's racism.
Yeah.
But I think they're mispronouncing her name on purpose. They're calling her Kamala, but that's not her name. The reason they don't want you to say it is because she's like Beetlejuice, where if you say her real name 3 times, you'll send her back to the other world, right?
Do you know what Kamala is in Finnish? You know what it means in Finnish?
Horrible.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible.
Kamala, 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 and she disappears.
Let's hope. We got a comment from R Rabbit. Hello, R Rabbit. Welcome to the chat. Drawing as I cyberstalk you guys. Howdy.
Nice.
Logo for weird landscaper. Oh, you do logos. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Wait,
I've
does
been
he
working on the
landscape
new
weird,
design
or is
for
he weird and he landscapes? I don't get it.
logo for weird landscaper. Probably some guy hired him is a landscaper and he's weird. So that's what I take from it. Yeah, no, the whole here's the thing. Like I've been watching this too, and I'm like, yeah, they're basically trying. First, you had FBI Director Wray in his testimony before Congress say, yeah, we're not sure it was actually a bullet that hit Trump, which is horseshit. And he's getting that from like, you know, the Washington Post and fucking Joy Reid and shit. He knows exactly it was a bullet, but he has absolutely no interest in solving this fucking case. He doesn't care one bit about it.
Well,
And
no,
neither did Cheadle before she fucking resigned.
because they
But
may have been in on it.
they're absolutely in on it. Absolutely they're in on it. Fuck yeah. And it's a lie hop situation, right? You know
Let
what
it
they're
happen
doing?
on purpose.
Yeah, let it happen on purpose. I'm sure that's exactly what they did. But anyway, yeah, they're basically trying to dismiss the whole assassination attempt as, you know, whatever. Who cares? Look, Kamala's the presumptive nominee of the Democratic ticket. and she's so great. And no, she was never border czar. No. That's just a name that the conservative press gave her. I'm like, no. The fucking record shows that you guys called her border czar. Axios called her border czar and then said no, she was never called border czar. You fucking called her border czar.
The best part is that it's the same author of both articles, not just the same outlet, the same author. And you know what? I bet that author doesn't even remember.
No,
like they just say whatever.
Yeah, that's what. They're all system pigs, man. Every fucking one of them is a system pig. Trump polls dropped because Kamala. Yeah, no, they didn't. Okay, no, sorry. And they're talking about, oh, she raised, what is it, 123 million in 24 hours? No, 80 million was just released from donations that were held.
Biden, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, okay. Yeah, we just mentioned it. Yeah, called her the border czar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all ridiculous. But here's the thing. Republicans are in line. You're not going to convince a Democrat that Kamala is bad because she's their camp. She's the one who represents them, and they're going to vote for her. You're not going to convince a Republican that Donald Trump is bad. The camps have solidified. The armies are basically, they've mustered around their candidate. The only people now are going to be independents. I have a feeling that a lot of Democrats, when Biden dropped out and Kamala was basically coronated before the convention was even held, I have a feeling a bunch of them went to Kennedy. A bunch of them who were like, no, we got to stick with Biden. But then they fucking forced Biden out. And now they're like, she can't win, man. Maybe Kennedy. Maybe we'll vote for Kennedy, even though Kennedy can't win either. Or she just leaves such a bad taste in their mouth that they're like, fuck it, I cannot vote for her. She's so goddamn horrible. Have you seen this this AI video of Kamala that Elon Musk shared on X?
I didn't get a chance to watch it all.
Oh, fuck, we got to share it. Is it okay if I share it?
Yeah, you look it up.
I think I don't know if I bookmarked it, but it definitely, I know I commented on it.
I do think that there's like a serious schism in the Democratic Party right now. Like there's multiple factions within the factions, and it's severe infighting. Like the snubbing of Benji, right, was a thing that shouldn't have happened, but it is.
Snubbing of Benji? Sorry.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh yes, yeah.
And like Barack Obama not endorsing Kamala, and then after Michelle comes out and endorses, then he's coming out after. It's like,
yeah,
there's a lot of playing going on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, it's what do you call it? Palace intrigue.
Yeah,
totally palace intrigue going on back there. There's the Clinton camp and there's the Obama camp, and I guess they've all basically lined up behind this thing. Jill Biden, immediately after Joe Biden drops out, she doesn't want to be by his side. She goes to fucking France to watch the Olympics. Unbelievable. Well, her meal ticket's fucking gone because he's not going to be president for another 4 years. So she may as well go and enjoy the good life while she can. Okay, can you see this? All right, I'm gonna maximize it and hopefully.
Yeah.
Is it still maximized?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, let me know if you can hear this. You should be able to.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking.
The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring.
And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean, Joe Biden. Country went to over the past 4 years. You ain't seen nothing yet.
That's fucking brilliant. Elon Musk thought so too.
Yeah. Someone tried to claim
Dems
that it
are
was
in mad damage control. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think it's more. I think it's more than two factions.
Yeah, you're
And
probably right.
they're just all over the place right now. Like they're shattered. They've had a political bomb go off in their party, and they don't even know. You know, like Biden didn't seem to know that he had been he had dropped out of the race.
Well, I mean, if you saw the letter, it wasn't on campaign letterhead. It wasn't on White House letterhead. And that signature didn't look like any of his other signatures we've ever seen before. I think that was put out there by somebody not Joe Biden.
Well,
because he doesn't handle his own social media account. Somebody else does it.
I've looked at a bunch of those signatures, and I'm like, wait a minute. On this one, it's close. Like whoever wrote it knew what his signature looked like roughly.
Sure. Yeah.
But it looks like that super long one line of J and then an R for the middle initial and Biden. But all the other ones, yeah, you might be able to mistake that for an R. But on closer inspection, it's OE. He doesn't use his middle initial when he signs his name.
No.
It's Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Right. And that I found that pretty interesting.
6 tells me to check my DMs. Are you talking in Discord, 6? I'm not sure where you mean by DMs.
Check all your DMs.
I'll open up Discord here.
Tim Pool was saying that, maybe the CIA or the FBI went to Biden's house and handed him the manila envelope, and they pulls out a picture of JFK, but he's so like senile and dementia ridden, he doesn't actually get it. He didn't understand or whatever, right? And they keep trying to explain it to him till he pulls out of the race. But I was like, no. They hand him the manila envelope, and what he pulls out is a picture of a bowl of ice cream with a red line and a slash through it. And he went, I quit presidenting. Come on, man.
That's funny.
Twitter DMs, Twitter.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, absolutely, 6. I can get you more information about him. I was thinking lately about Canada Man. I think he wants to start a YouTube channel. And I think what he wants to make his focus on is going out and having discussions with actual heroes. So like going and seeing if he can do a sit-down interview with Billboard Chris, Tommy Robinson, people who actually put themselves out there and put themselves in danger to send a message.
Yeah.
So I think if he could do it, then it'd be a matter of coordinating it. But I've been working on his costume for him a little bit too. So.
Well, I hope he does it.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he'd do a good job at it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's an admirable goal.
Yeah, bring a light to heroes, actual heroes out there. Anyway, yeah, Kamala. Think she's got a chance of winning?
No.
I think she's
No.
got a chance of winning with shenanigans, but I have a feeling that Trump, once bitten, twice shy. I don't think he's going to get screwed over again, like he was in 2020. I think they've got a good ground game this time, and they're out there basically registering people, getting ballots, harvesting ballots, and making sure that shit goes in their favor. They've also got poll watchers. Like they've got poll watchers in every district that is gonna really matter to make sure that shit doesn't go south.
Well, because I think also the amount of shenanigans required this time around would be far more than people
Yeah.
would be willing to accept, because the normies are noticing, man.
Yeah.
Right? Like there are
Well,
some diehard lefties, right?
Yep.
That aren't just the regular Democrat people have been noticing that shit is weird.
Yeah.
And it's all gone very wrong. And like this sudden switch to Kamala with Biden pulling out suddenly after saying 20 times in 2 weeks that he's running, right?
Yep.
Oh, he's perfectly healthy and sharp as a tack. Actually, he's all fucked up and we need to go with somebody else. Like they're seeing it. They're seeing it. And,
Oh yeah, they know the game is up. You know what's funny is all the people, all the black men and black women in media, like on social media and on YouTube and stuff, coming out and saying, "Fuck this! I'm not voting Democrat again. Fuck them."
Yeah.
Never again. Like they're finally starting to realize we need to get off the vote plantation, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, what was the theory that if a Republican could get up to 20% of the black vote?
If Democrats ever lost more than a certain percentage of the black vote, they couldn't win.
Well, because right
Which
now
is why they're flooding. It's why they're
90 to
flooding the country with the illegals.
right.
And states are trying to give illegals the right to vote. Like California wants to give people there, residents, the right to vote. They basically, if you live here, you can vote. Not if you're a citizen, right? Which
Well,
is,
I mean, why not just give the right to vote?
Violates the Constitution. It violates the Constitution.
Yeah, well, why not just give the right to vote to all of China, right? How's that? That's not any different.
Like we do in Canada.
Yeah. Well, they got to pay.
Tim is not wrong to think the worst case scenario. It's not that he is wrong; it's that he is looking into the far future. But my polls, yeah. Well, this is it. That's why Trump keeps saying every time he has a rally, and he's going crazy with the rallies. He's like has a rally one day, and the very next day he has another rally in another city across the country, and every time he gets up there, he says, "We got to make it too big to rig. We got to make it too big to rig. We got to win the elections." It's not enough to look at the polls and go, "Oh yeah, he can't possibly lose." You got to go out there, and you got to get everybody else to go out there. So kudos to guy, what's his name? Brandon Straka, is that his name? Is that his name? Brandon
His name
Straka.
sounds familiar.
I think it's Brandon Straka. He was the gay Democrat who switched to Trump and became like, we got to vote Trump because the Democrats are fucking evil. And he's going out and he's mobilizing people. He's putting out the mobilization efforts to get Republicans to register and go out to vote, register their friends, register their neighbors, all that shit, right?
But is he also doing it by doing goodwill charity stuff?
I don't know. He might be, yeah.
That he goes and like collects garbage and like they wear MAGA
Oh
hats.
yeah, I
like,
think
because
that
we're
be
Trump
Brandon
people, so
Straka,
we want a good, clean country and all this, right? And they convince people by doing good works. It's clever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of states are now aware of what happened in 2020 and have done stuff to defortify, because they called it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They called it fortifying the election before. Now they're defortifying the election. Right. Anyway. Walk away, dude. Yeah, the walk away guy. He went to jail. What did he go to jail for? For January 6th. But he didn't.
Like
what did he do? He was
probably nothing.
He was in DC. I think that was it. He didn't even go to the Capitol.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, that's right. I remember him talking.
Oh,
about
Scott,
how,
the good deeds guy.
He was in DC, but he didn't go to the Capitol. But they arrested him anyway. Scott Preston's the good deal. Good. Our rabbit says, "Good Nubian for a fag." Who's our rabbit? I want to know who this is.
No idea. But he's got a wrench. So
And where's Pox?
late and gay.
Yeah, Pox is late and gay again. And C-Mac is just a no-show now. She never shows up anymore.
Yeah.
Oh well,
It's all
alas.
good.
What do
It's
you
all
want?
good. But look,
What
a
do you want?
woman.
Quiet. My cat's here. Wants to be fed. All hawk, no Tua.
So Hawk Tua girl. Turns
Yeah.
out that she got some Tua, and all the money she's been making from making appearances and stuff, and
Yeah.
Instagram or whatever, TikTok blowing up. She spent a whole bunch of it on like food and toys, and donated it all to animal shelter.
Oh, good
So
for her.
good for her. Yeah, like that's if you're gonna get like she basically said, if I'm gonna get 15 minutes of fame, I'm gonna use it to do something good. So
Well, good.
So there's all the twa she needs, and yeah, she's changed my mind about her. No longer
There you
all
go.
hawk.
There you go. Bet you she's a conservative too.
She is now.
Six says he changed the title of his first book, but it's already published. So the second edition is going to have a different title.
Geez, we should see if we can get our hands on the original.
Yeah, I know it'd be worth
that'll
money.
be worth.
It'll be worth more money.
Crazy.
What do you want? What do you want? Mr. Mac is bugging me. Like, feed me. Susie Rain convinced me I'm a centrist leaning right. I don't know who Susie Rain is. I am a right libertarian.
I'm right authoritarian.
You're right authoritarian?
Yeah, I'm starting to think. I'm starting to think the Starship Troopers is making too much sense, man.
Yeah,
Making too much sense.
you may be right there. Mac, nobody wants to see you.
So
Yeah.
who saw God smite Paris?
Oh my gosh. They
Yeah.
lost their power in a bunch of places, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah. They put on their disgraceful affront to the Lord, and the Lord
Yes.
smote them.
Yes, they did. And there's the sixth largest broadband provider, I think, in the United States has pulled all their advertising from the Olympics.
Yeah.
They said, "Fuck this, we're not going to do that."
C-Spire or something? Is that what they're called?
C-Spire or something like that. Yeah, C-Spire. Yeah. Pox is locked up in my basement, says Squid Coyote.
Yeah, he would like that though. He likes basements. That was just fucking. You know,
It
how
was.
you know
I only saw bits of it. I'm like, what the fuck is? What does this have to do with the Olympics?
you know how you know Jesus is real?
Why? How?
Because of how much they hate him.
Oh, I know. I know. And here's the funny thing. It wasn't even that extravagant. Like a lot of times they do Olympic Games, they do like the opening ceremonies. They're very very big
Yeah.
and elaborate, right? I saw clips of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman at some sort of premiere. I think it was a premiere for Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool Wolverine, and they have all this sky art being made with drones of Deadpool and Wolverine above the theater, and they're outside watching it going, "Oh my god, this is amazing." Like they're astonished by what they were able to do with this drone sky art. And I'm like, the fucking the premiere of Deadpool Wolverine is more extravagant and more elaborate and more anticipated than the 2024 Paris Olympics. You know
And
what?
also-
Joe Biden can stay there for all I care. And why don't you take a dip in that fucking river too?
And also less openly blasphemous, which was great. You know.
We get you, sir. We get you, sir. Fucking Starship Troopers, man. Tim Pool's all on board with that too, eh? He's like, yeah, you gotta serve if you want to vote.
It's starting to
Voting,
make more and more sense.
it
Like,
really does. It really does. This idea of universal suffrage doesn't make a lot of sense. If you're going to engineer the mental decline of the population over the course of decades, you can't now give universal suffrage to those same idiots who you've turned into mental midgets, and say, hey, you know what? How about if you just live here, you get to vote too? So even if you're not a citizen, can't speak the language, you can still vote. Don't worry, we'll show you where on the ballot to check. Comprende? That's what they're going to do. That's what they want to fucking do. So yeah, whereas I used to say, no, we should have super suffrage, where if you serve, or if you do community service or whatever, you get an extra vote. No, I think we should go back to saying, no, you need to do something for your community in order to vote in it. You need to volunteer your time. You need to volunteer for the military service. You need to clean bus shelters if you want to vote municipal elections. Pick up on the highway, litter on the highway if you want to vote in provincial elections, and work somehow at the federal level in a volunteer capacity if you want to vote in federal elections.
it's making too much sense. It's making too much sense.
No atheist will ever get into a red-faced argument about rocks and them being on the ground. I'm not sure what that means. Rocks are on the ground, and I defy anybody who says otherwise. Damn it. There you go.
Technically, all rocks are floating through space, but
it's true. It's true. And some rocks are just floating closer to other rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I want to say I can't believe it, like the gall of these people. It's like, no. Someone was saying it's even like it's passe. It's not even edgy anymore.
It's not. It's not. It's cringe at this fucking point. It's very fucking cringe. It's like when Bill Nye did that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where you had that little fucking stage presentation, and the chick comes out dancing, and the guy comes out, and they start talking about gender. And at the end, he goes, "It's such an important message. It's such an important unscientific message, science fucking guy." It was cringy. Paris was cringe. Gay pride is cringe. It's not edgy. What's edgy now is saying the F word. Saying the F slur. That's edgy. Women deserve the vote only when they have stakes in the game. Well, that's the idea, right? Women get to vote, and they vote for war because they vote Democrat, and Democrats are pushing for war, and they don't have to fight in it. So, yeah.
Women only get a vote if they're married and have a child. If you divorce and have a child, you don't get to vote anymore.
Yeah.
This is the perfect system we're trying to create here.
It's true. We could have a utopia. We just don't have the will to fucking take it.
Here, carry the stream
Anyway.
for a moment. I'll be right back.
Oh, I was just going to go. Okay, I'll have to hold the stream. Sorry, Mac. You got to wait because Twin left. I was going to go feed my cat, but I can't because Twin left. But that's okay. Yeah, the whole Paris show was just it's a nasty mess. And it was like, yeah, how offensive can we be? Like, okay, sure. You're only offending people who lose their shit over this stuff. Most people just look at you and say you're pathetic. Canada Man made a tweet about it. He said symbolism will be their undoing, which I think is a quote from Q. Q, you hear that a lot in the Q threads. Symbolism will be their undoing. Like the fact that these degenerates and these ball worshippers always seem to show their hand by putting symbols in their crimes. It's gonna expose them, and people are gonna go, oh, okay, I see. If I see that symbol, then I know that you're evil. So yeah, I gotta feed my cat.
Sure, But I mean, I don't think we need the symbols when the elected officials are trying to pass laws that decriminalize pedophilia and stuff like that. Symbols be damned. I mean, I'm just upset about our symbols being. They've stolen our names and our symbols and corrupted and perverted the meanings of them. This was pathetic edgelord garbage at the Olympics. Yeah. You know, just, and I'm given to understand that viewership is down across the board. Like no one even cares about the Olympics right now. No one gives a shit. It's amazing. Like they're below a third of usual viewing. Because are they still doing it on TV? Is that a thing still? Do people still do that? People still pay a monthly bill to cable? Can't believe that shit. LGBT is a marketing gimmick, and it always has been. Same as being black. Being black is a marketing gimmick. No, I mean,
It's not wrong.
read Jillian Michaels' comment about it on Twitter. Can you just read it to us? I don't want to go look for it. Drinking.
Yeah, the
Alex Jones voice. We're breaking the conditioning. Gay
I was
frogs.
gonna say. Oh, and you know what? I made a edgy comment on X too about the Olympics itself. The Olympics is a money laundering racket, dressed up as normie distraction entertainment. Only people who care about this are normies, like people who aren't really paying attention to things. It's always been a bread and circuses kind of thing, right?
Mm.
And you see the controversy online, people saying, how come Israel's invited to the Olympics but Russia isn't? Israel's killed more kids. And I'm like, dude.
No, they have to kill those kids. Otherwise, those kids will grow up to genocide them. Like, come on. It's self-defense.
You raise an interesting point. But like, you think Russia gives a shit about the Olympics at this point? He's realized that he's never going to be part of their, like Putin has realized that Russia's never going to be accepted. So they may as well just break out on their fucking own. They don't care. And they've got allies right now, and they're working with those allies. And yeah, so I don't think they give a shit about the Olympics. You see Canada's uniforms?
No.
They look like soiled tampons, man. They're fucking awful. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, and they're made by Lululemon, of all companies.
Of course they are. Okay, let me see if I can share this, though. Yeah, dear fellow gays, we demand tolerance and respect, but then make a mockery of something sacred for over 2 billion Christians. This type of hypocrisy and lack of understanding is a bad look. We get outraged when the extreme right bashes us, but then we do this shit. What kind of reaction do you think they will have towards the LGBTQ plus community after this? This is not how we break down barriers. It's how you build them. And here's the thing is, when the extreme right bash the gays, they're mostly bashing this. This is exactly what they're bashing.
Right.
Like,
it's been established for a long time now. Most Christians are like, yeah, I don't care if you get married. Yeah, okay, maybe it's sinful, but it's not on me to judge you. It's on God to judge you. So live your life the way you want, kind of thing, right?
love the sinner, hate the sin.
Right, exactly, yeah.
It's hard sometimes, especially
here.
when
I'll show you the
collecting
outfits.
children.
1 sec here.
Show up late and gay. You're talking about gays. Synchronous.
Yep, there you go.
Imagine watching the TV, ironically. Oh, man.
So yeah, that's our uniforms.
Oh.
Isn't it ugly? They are so ugly. They look like soiled feminine hygiene products. Awful. Just
Well, one,
awful.
I'm mad about the one on the right in the clashing reds. Why would you have those two reds to clash that way?
Yeah.
And this one, it's the pattern is not great, but why is it? Why did the designer decide? You know, it's going to be really in this year. Clothes that don't fit right. We're going to purposely make it ill-fitting.
Yeah. Yeah, they're ugly. I think they're ugly anyway. That's just me. Those unis suck. Sorry, Canada. Yeah, I agree.
Live your life the way
Ukraine
you
is a
want
fake
to.
country.
The shit take.
Was it live your life your way you want to is such a shit take. No offense. No, what I'm saying is it's not up to Christians to judge people. It's up to God to judge people, right? So if you know, like, if you see a sinner, if you see a person doing something that you know is a violation of the Bible, you can say, hey, you know, you're sinning against God. And if they say F you, I'm going to live my life the way I want, okay, it's God's problem now. You know, I've done what I can do. I've tried to witness to you. It's God's problem now. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, Pox.
It's terrible because we've had good uniforms in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They've been quite nice.
But Canada is a post-national country, so you know the more we can dilute the symbols that represent our country, the better for the globalists. So
It's a post good taste country as well, apparently.
yeah. Did you see the Canadian Forces logo change?
No.
It's just pixel art. It's vaguely looks like the country, but it's really just pixel art. Let me see if I can find that.
Just wild.
There we go.
You're supposed to call it out and try to turn people away from sin. Being a passive observer to sin is enabling and cowardly.
That's what I'm saying. If you witness to them and they turn you away, you've done what you can do, right? Like,
Speak truth to them.
I don't know why I'm defending myself. I'm not even a Christian, for Christ's sakes.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I am not.
I think I missed the part where Jesus said, just avoid the evil and you're good, guys.
That's the Canadian Forces logo. I guess it's supposed to vaguely look like Canada. Does it make sense to you? I don't know. It looks like a moose being jerked off by a brown guy. Am I right?
Yeah, I see a moose.
See the guy behind him? He's
yeah.
like giving him a hand job.
I mean, is it vaguely the shape of Canada in pixel art? Is this little green man on the right firing this big old artillery with a leaf on top of it?
No, it looks to me like a moose, and then a guy sort of kneeling or sitting down, crouching down, jerking off the moose. You don't see that?
I do see that. I mean, if it's supposed to be Canada, where's the rock?
Oh. I don't know. Go forth and sin no more. Looks like a piece of shit fucking a rock. It looks like shit is what it looks like.
Yeah, this is fucking. I bet this cost like $8 million too.
Probably. Again, another money laundering racket.
Yeah.
They just said, "Hey, AI, do some pixel art that looks vaguely like Canada." Here you go. No, fewer pixels. Here you go. Okay, now I'm gonna throw Canadian Leaf on it, put our fucking name underneath it, and there you go. Terrence, you know what? It's Terrence and Phillip because they're fucking pixel art too. Oh my God. They probably stole it directly from fucking South Park. Canada could have been part of America, but the French. Yeah, it's true. Which is crazy because France helped the United States in the Revolutionary War. You'd think that they would, you know, they'd want to join. The Quebecois would want to join, but whatever. No accounting for taste.
It's a moose loose in the hoose.
Yep, that's right.
Hoose.
Now what? I fed you. Now what do you want? Fucking cat.
Oh man. Strange fucking times.
It is. Yeah, I'm not really happy with this current iteration of the Matrix, of the simulation. I think they need to reset it. In the reset, give some of us superpowers. That would be cool. Some of us.
That'll mess it up. We'll mess it up even worse.
I don't know. Could it be messed up worse? I don't know, man. Puts on Jordan B. Peterson cap. Now that's interesting. And what do you think brought you to this conclusion?
Well, it depends what you mean by moose.
And who's
Your definition of hoose.
and loose.
Oh,
I was watching the Jordan B. Peterson, Joe Rogan recent podcast. Have you seen it yet?
I was watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because the first little bit, Joe Rogan's going off like he just won't fucking stop talking about human evolution being shaped by hallucinogens,
Yeah.
by psilocybin. I'm like, you know, he raises an interesting point.
This edition of The Matrix brought to you by
Electronic Arts. That's why it sucks so much. That's why it's so shitty.
Oh, the worst part is I remember when EA used to be good.
They were only ever really good at sports games. And even now they suck at that.
Problem is they're sticking their nose in everything, in every aspect of your gameplay. You know?
Yep. Yep. It's true.
Like I'm playing a single player game offline. Why the fuck do I have to be online?
Yeah. That's
Why the fuck do I have to be connected to your server? I've already gone off about EA.
Yeah.
Long story short, EA's not getting any more of my money. That's it.
No, they shouldn't. Neither should Xbox or PlayStation or anybody else. They're all a bunch of a-holes.
Because
I bought an Xbox to play Starfield, and I was so unimpressed with it. I think, you know what, I haven't played it. Like I played it for a few hours when it first came out, and now I'm like, you know what, I'm not a video game guy. I think I'm just gonna sell the Xbox. Like I don't fucking use it. So why do I have it? No. Anyway.
I don't have any more topics.
You don't have any more topics?
We'll
fire up that game you were talking about then.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We should
Fucking
though.
Casuals.
While I'm firing it up though, you talk about something. Talk about, I don't know.
You know what?
Trump.
Yeah, good old Trump. Good old God Emperor. My wife saw my phone screensaver, not screensaver. What do you call it? Yeah, screensaver today. And she's like, "You'd have that as your background?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Nice.
Yes, I do. You can't. You know what? You have to pay. You have to observe the fact that we're blessed to be living in this presence of the monomyth, man. Like fuck, not every generation gets to live in the presence of a monomyth, and we happen to be in the presence of one right now. So, I think it's worthwhile taking note of that fact. If you don't think we're in the presence of a monomyth, there's no help for you. So. Maybe you don't believe in the monomyth.
Who, me? Of course I do.
No, I'm just thinking anybody who says, Craig, you're crazy. Well, maybe you just don't believe in the idea of the monomyth, but I do. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
So this is a little game called Dystopica.
Mm-hmm.
It's a city builder with 0 goals.
Okay.
It's just
Does that have sound? Because I don't hear anything off of it just yet.
Oh yeah, I turned it down a bit. Let's get some audio. See if I can put the music up. Can you hear that music?
It's vaguely.
Oh, good, because it's just ambiance, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I can barely hear it. Actually, I don't think I can hear it at all now.
Oh yeah, because it died down to wind.
Okay. Can now hear it a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it's just there are no goals, no city management. It's just like Townscaper, but cyberpunk.
Okay.
Let me see if I can brighten it up a bit. Let's go with that's not the right thing. What am I looking for?
Yeah, because I'm seeing like it looks like smokestacks, but all I'm seeing is like fire and smoke. Oh, I see. Okay, that is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. Reminds me of Blade Runner.
Exactly, and you could just place buildings and stuff, and maybe you can make them a little taller.
So it's kind of like Townscaper in that it's more a digital toy than anything else.
Yes, yeah, that you're just sort of going around, install a new building.
Now, does
try and make
it generate a bigger city around it when you do that?
Yeah, so there's
little
stuff that sort of pops up as you go.
Yeah,
right?
like mini skyscrapers.
Yeah, and I think there's this thing where you can like turn on some lights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just paint some lights on it, and we're gonna. There's some really weird stuff like the Alpha Core, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just plop their building in there, and now let's turn it a bit. Yeah, we want it to be weird.
Looks like the Tyrell Corporation.
Sure. And yeah, it's basically just like, can you, like, it's just for building your cyberpunk utopia for shits and giggles with some cool ambient music in the background, right?
Looks like fun. That's pretty cool.
Let's see. I've got other stuff too. There's stuff.
And I'm guessing that the color scheme is going to be a hazy red, regardless of what you do.
Well, that's just the time of day I've chosen right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's little holographic projectors.
Yeah, if I can place it. We'll let you not allowed to place it.
Maybe you have to put it on top of a building.
Oh yeah, that one I do. Hold on, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's just a smokestack. Where's one of those cool things? That's not it. I swear I have cooler stuff here. Hold on.
Oh, good. Sure you do.
Don't make fun.
I'm not making fun. There you go. There's the Tyrell Corporation pyramid. Holy crap.
There you go. Dominating.
Just ate up a bunch of the neighborhood there.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's
just tear down. Yeah, it's wild, right?
That's
you can even cool. Where are they? Oh yeah, you can put like
new life awaits in the off-world colonies.
Yeah, you can put like light boards and stuff. But I want give me this medium light board here. And we're just gonna put this advertising right here. Right.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
But where the hell are the fucking projectors? Here we go.
Oh, that's cool. Big
There.
fucking whale swimming there.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. What's this? It's called Dystopia?
Dystopica with a K.
Dystopica. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the guy said like whenever he played his city builders, he would play them with all the cheats on just so he could build the city in his aesthetic however he likes, right?
Yeah.
Where the hell is that?
Fox wants to know how much this is.
$9?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Now, are there vehicles flying around, or is it really just buildings and shit?
What's that?
Are there vehicles flying around, or is it just buildings?
No, that's traffic. There's air traffic.
Oh, so if you zoom, how deep can you zoom in to see like people and shit?
So this is it. This is as deep as it goes here, right?
Uh,
But yeah, the more buildings you make, the more traffic will show up.
cool.
Like, let me get some central, right? Got one bigger. Put this up here. Yeah, and he said the guy says he's gonna make like additions for it and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know. So there we go.
Very cool.
Yeah. But these guys, they need a hologram.
I think so too. That's cool.
Now, let me see here if I can find.
Oh yeah, I see some flying vehicles up there. That's pretty cool.
There you go.
Bro has the Renraku arcology. I think that's a Shadowrun reference or a Cyberpunk reference.
But this is the fun part is you can now adorn your billboards with your actual library.
Your own images?
Yeah.
No shit.
So that's the Gordo. The
Aw,
Gordo
that's
billboard.
awesome.
Yeah. So I thought you would get a kick out of this, right? And there's
I do. I like that a lot. That's very cool. Can you show me some of the different times of day?
Yes. Let's get
'Cause
a.
right now it looks like it's dusk because
Yeah, it's very late sunset. Let me see here. It's this one. It is this one.
Pox called me a Shadowrun pleb. It's been I played Shadowrun in college, man. We're talking 30 years ago.
So this is night. Right, and the more you turn on lights and stuff, it probably looks a little cooler, and when you've built it up bigger. Dawn.
I gotta share something real quick.
What else do we have? Sunset early
Oh, that's nice.
and default, but you also have weather, so you can make it clear, rain, heavy rain, low fog, pea soup,
Oh, nice.
and then of course the music, right? There's only 2 tracks right now, but I think you can add your own. Which is neat.
That's kind of cool. I just put in a request to share. When you're done sharing, you can let me share, or you can share it.
Yeah.
Oh, the torch in the ass. That's hilarious. That's pretty cool.
I thought you'd get a kick out
Pox
of
wants
that.
to run Shadowrun with us, eh?
Yeah. Let's go.
Make it a poster.
So yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that game.
I think that
Dystopia,
game's
it's
pretty cool.
called.
I'll check it out.
Can you nuke things from orbit though? What? Soothing background music. Wow, there's a lot going on in the chat. Thanks, guys.
I've been working a little bit on El Camino, not as much as I should be.
Yeah, that's right, Pox. You just gotta put your channel in the chat. Have people subscribe because there's a lot of music now.
Oh yeah, Pox has got a whole. I think he's even got a Spotify. He's in Spotify
Yeah.
now.
He's got a whole fucking album on Spotify.
Yeah, he's got an album on Spotify. You should check out Pox's music. Oh yeah, you know what? While we're here, let's play the Irving Twin theme song.
Did you go over the 5 pre-mades I fixed up? Guy, this guy's been making AI music like 5 and 10 tracks a day, it seems like. No, I have not listened to all
He
of
bought
the
the full
fucking
version of
tracks,
Suno so he
man.
could make more. I had Suno write a song about our host tonight.
Which one are you posting? The countryer one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Turn it up a bit.
Oh no, I didn't look at pre-made Shadowrun characters. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see the pre-made ones either.
Yeah, if they fit your idea for
Oh, this isn't the country
well,
one.
this is the rock, more rock one. Ballad.
Up in the Northland, cold and wild, a man named Irving with a troubled mind. He hits the bottle, sun or shade, his rage a storm that never fades. In a tavern by the frozen bay, he fights his demons every day. Whiskey whispers in his ear, fearless fury, no one's near. Irving Twin, the angry soul, screaming down with eyes like coal. Breaking hearts and smashing glass, living life much too fast.
This makes me sound badass, you know.
You are a badass. What are you talking
Friends, they tried to calm him down, but Irving's fury wears the crown. Wandering streets of dying flame, people whisper in his name. Will he find a gentle light, or be lost into the night? Can he change the tale he spins, or will he let the darkness win? Irving Twin, the angry soul, screaming down with eyes like coal. Breaking hearts and smashing glass, living life much too fast.
Anyway, it goes on for a few more minutes, but that's essentially it.
At least give us the taste of the
Wait,
country
the
one.
country one? Okay, one
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Up in the Northland, cold and wild,
Yeah, it is better.
man named Irving with
I want to
a
figure out,
troubled
like, I'm
mind.
pretty sure I could play that guitar bit. That's all. That's not, like, I can figure that out. I just need to hear it a few times.
This rage a storm that never fades. In a tavern by the frozen bay,
You know what's the worst part of this fucking
fights
thing?
his demons every
This AI music that you guys are like, hey, make me this song that I want to hear is better than a lot of fucking modern music. It's better than a lot of music since 2000. And it's just sad, actually.
Screaming down with eyes like coal, breaking hearts and smashing glass, living life much too fast.
But you have to make this in an industrial rock version. That's going to be more like.
Yeah, I went with less prompts.
Fewer.
Will he find a chance for life, or be lost into the night? Can he change the tale he spins, or will he let the darkness win?
But yeah, no, if Fox wants a Shadowrun game, we'll do it. Let's do more El Camino. I think you guys are gearing up here. I think you're all just moving into a track where you're going to run games, then you're going to turn and be like, it's your turn, Irving. You have to run a game now.
Yeah.
Fuck you both.
I'm just looking at the different characters. He linked them in the chat.
Yeah, it's probably better with the pre-made character, at least for me. Otherwise, I'll make a 19-year-old mechanic who can't shoot for shit. And I'll name him Ansem for some reason.
Ansem, because you're a racist.
Does Ansem sound like a racist name?
No, but you told me what the origins of it were. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the character. I don't see, like, I was reading them, Pox, and there's a lot of references that I'm unfamiliar with. I did see what type of characters they were, their races, their so-called classes or backgrounds or whatever. I kind of like the Troll Street Samurai, but I've never played a troll. I'm more of a mage guy, so I might go with the Technomancer or the Shaman. But Una, it sounds like it's a female. I don't know if I want to play a female character. So I could change it to a male character, I guess.
No, it has to be a girl.
Fuck that.
Of course, you guys know if I'm going to run a campaign, it's going to be in Rifts, right?
That's fine. You make the characters up. Actually, no, I'll make my character because actually, that's the one thing I will say about Palladium. Making characters is a lot of fun in Palladium.
Oh, yeah. You can spend 2 hours making characters and then never play them, and you had a good time. Like, it's wild.
So Technomancer is that like a decker? Used to call them deckers.
You make the characters and I'll play Rifts. No, fuck you. That's 90% of the work.
I'll need the rules to make the character, but I'll make a character.
No, and you know what? You know what? I'm sorry. I am actually like I'm role play. You guys say, "Oh, Rifts is so fucking crunchy," so don't crunch. Just skip the crunch. You can do that. You're allowed.
I realize it's a lot. No, here's my issue with Rifts. Okay, or not Rifts, but the Palladium system in general. There's far more stats than are required, and the artwork is ugly.
Fuck you. Parkinson and Long are fantastic. Okay,
fair enough. We'll agree to disagree. I'm not a fan of the art. Now, if you're playing Rift, here's the thing. I pre-ordered Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, the re-release.
Yeah.
I'd play that in a fucking heartbeat.
Sure.
Yeah, I love that game. That game was cool.
No, it's hard to determine what's essential. No, it damage based on look. Palladium does the job of answering every possible question they can think of. You don't need to address that until it comes up. That like and most times you can
You can
like
wave it
every
away.
other game. Yeah, you can make it up as you go. You can game master fiat, right?
Yeah. Like,
It's fine.
okay. So, guys, when we were playing Elf Camino and you guys had that chase scene through the Allegheny Tunnel,
Yes, sir.
basic role playing has very specific rules with regards to handling chases. I said, fuck that. No, I'm just going to roll dice and you're going to roll dice and we're going to see who wins. It's essentially what it came down to.
Yeah.
We did a series of rolls to see who gained and who lost ground. If you shot, you hit, if you missed, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do the crazy fucking basic role playing specific chase rules. It makes no sense. It slows it down. And a chase scene is supposed to be fun and engaging and exciting and quick.
And it
There's an
was
argument
like
to be made that a battle could take long, but a chase should be like fast. If you're watching a movie and there's a chase in it, you don't want it to go on for 30 fucking minutes because it just gets boring. It's got to be quick. You know?
no, it was yeah, like you kept it exciting, right? Fuck, I can't find it. there's a great riffs meme, right? About like how it's perfect for autists, and it's like the cover of the core book, right? Except it has in fucking like starbursts all over it, tits and monsters and magic and math.
It's true. Tits and monsters and magic and math. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
true. That's funny. Ugh.
And what you said, you're more magic oriented. You'd want to be some kind of a spellcaster.
Yeah, probably. When I played Shadowrun in college, I played an elf, like magician, like sorcerer, kind of like regular magic, and then I played a human shaman. He's a dog shaman. His totem was dog. Excuse me. Who was his name? Eddie Blackpaw. That was his name. He was Native American. His
That's
name was Eddie
racist.
Blackpaw. And yeah, he turned into a shaman, or he turned into a dog when he went astral. And then I had the first one I had was an elven magician called Gutter Snipe, and he was an alcoholic. And when he went astral, he was like this buff angel dude. Yeah,
Sounds gay.
it was a little gay, a little homoerotic.
It's too crunchy. Technomancer, think Neo, but not OP. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, so when he's in the Matrix, he's like his avatar is like badass. Is that it? So he's a decker who focuses on like combat in the Matrix and shit like that. Okay.
The only reality is virtual.
We are living in a virtual reality.
Probably. Well, no, it's like a 1/3 chance, I think.
It's a simulation. We're in a simulation for sure. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry to yawn.
Where are we gonna reset to then?
I don't know. Superhero reality. That's what I want. And he can summon sprites and shit. Connects to the Matrix with his mind.
Oh
Oh,
wait,
that's cool. So back in my day, Shadowrunners, a decker had to like fucking jack him with a cable in his brain.
Got to be hardwired into the Matrix. This guy can just do it with his brains
He
evolved
just
and
like
just pick up the
thinks himself
Wi-Fi.
into the Matrix, and he goes into the Matrix. Interesting.
So they're mutants. Okay,
There you go.
that's cool.
Why would you ever leave then? I guess you still need to eat.
Because you have to eat. Yeah, your body can be attacked while you're in the Matrix.
Yeah. The Matrix is just like a technical equivalent of the astral plane, really. Like I remember, like I used to do like my character would go and do like investigations astrally. You know, he'd go and like go astral and then like check out the place where the murder happened and try and find evidence on the astral plane and shit like that. Instead of a deck, basically has all the advantages of a decker without needing the deck. Oh, that's cool. Shadowrun was a cool game, but the last time I tried to play it, so I should correct myself. Last time I fully played it was when I was in college. A buddy of mine tried to run one like probably 6 or 8 years ago, and it was like I was like reading fucking stereo instructions. It was really, really like clunky and gross, and millions of fucking dice, a bunch of D6s that were just like, how many more dice do I have to fucking roll? It was just, yeah, it was very ugly, the system. Apparently this newer system's much easier, so.
What edition was it?
I don't recall. I probably have the book upstairs.
No, I mean, again, guys, you're so you seem fixated on systems.
No, it's just if you're going to play the game, right, you should use the system that, because otherwise you could just have your own universal system just called, yeah, let's just talk bullshit for fucking 3 hours. Or just tell a story, and that's it. And you say, and if there's a chance of failing, roll a d6 and see if it comes up good.
I mean, that's pretty. Yeah,
that's it. That's essentially what role-playing games are. Yeah. Well, that's what the easy d6 system is. I like the easy d6 system, but for some people it's a little too rules light. You know what I mean? He enjoys the dice stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody got their own thing. Excuse me.
See, I don't remember the exact event, but I do remember there was a couple of times where it was like, okay, roll to do this, and everyone like I felt tense, like we're waiting for this die roll, the outcome of this roll.
Yeah,
this is important, and it's like it's not like, oh god, we're rolling dice constantly and never getting anywhere, right? It's like this die roll is going to mean something.
You're going to win the race. You're going to fucking shoot the guy in the face, whatever. Yeah. That's what kind of is cool about the easy D6 system. Because basically they got the mechanic of exploding dice. And because you're using a D6, and there's a 16% chance that you're going to roll a 6. Whenever you roll a 6, you roll again. And you just keep adding to it. So it can get like, your damage in a fight can get ridiculous because you rolled, a 6, and then you rolled another 6, and then you rolled another 6, and that's basically a critical hit, and the guy's fucking head falls off. Like, it's pretty cool because it's so rules light, it allows you to be that much more narrative with the results. Right. That makes sense.
Well, there was that Pox that brought it up, Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
And everything is 2d6, right? And it was really cool because it gives the game master, dungeon master, whatever you want to call it, a whole lot of leeway and ways to be creative. With like, what was it, like 10, 11, 12 is a stellar success. Anything less than a 7 is a failure.
Yeah.
But 7, 8, and 9 is like, oh, you mostly did it, but something's gone a little wrong.
Right.
Right? Like, oh, this thing is about to fall off the rooftop, and you roll to grab it. So you roll an 8, so you grabbed it, but also now you're dangling precariously off the roof ledge, and you can't get yourself back up just yet, right? Like,
Right. Or yeah, you grab the ledge of the roof, but you pull the fucking eaves trough away from the edge of the roof, and now it's hanging. And if you don't get out of this situation, you're gonna fall to your death. So
yeah,
yeah.
but entirely up to the DM to determine
And
what that
for
means,
those of
right?
you in the United States, eaves trough is Canadian for gutters. Age of the Apocalypse system. Yeah, that's right. There's a system that uses Jenga. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
I think it's called the Fear system. So basically, you don't want to be playing with anybody who's a spastic, because whenever something tense happens, the GM say, "Okay, pull a block," and you have to pull a block out, put it on top, and not topple the tower. And if you topple the tower, then the game's over. Everybody fucking dies, kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? The
Okay.
creature wins. So it's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat system. But, and then if it's something that, you want to do, and it's really, really, he's like, that would be very tough, given the current situation. I want you to pull and place 2 blocks. So, like, it gets that much more intense, like,
That is tense. That is tense. But
yeah.
carry the stream for a moment.
Okay. Other crazy systems. So I like the Easy D6 system, and I was working on making a superhero equivalent of Easy D6. If anybody's not familiar, Easy D6 was put out by DM Scotty of DM's Craft. He's a YouTuber who's been making crafting videos forever, and he made his own game system called the Easy D6 system, and it's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but it only uses 2d6, and everybody has the same number of hit points. Doesn't matter what your class is. I think fighters might get a little bit of a boost to their hit points, but just about everybody has the same number of hit points. And when you attack something, if you succeed, you do 1 strike of damage. And you only have, I think, 5 or 6 hit points. So it doesn't take long for you to die. Now, if you get a critical, like you roll a 6 and you keep rolling 6s, then you basically, for every 6 you roll, every continued success you get, you do another strike of damage, kind of thing. So if you rolled 3d6s in the Easy D6, you're doing a 3 strike damage attack, which is like, you fucking took away half a guy's hit points. Yeah, I really like the Easy D6 system, and I was trying to adapt it for a superhero type of game. And Twin and I and Pox and somebody else, CMAC, were going to run a game, we're going to play a game, and then it just sort of kind of fizzled out. And then I got onto this Elf Camino thing that I'm using the Chaosium's basic role-playing universal game engine system to play this game, to run this game. So anyway, all good? Everything fine?
Yeah, I just have to
Cool.
keep grabbing another beer.
You should have like a little cooler by your desk.
I don't have any room.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
You should get one of those couches that has a built-in cooler in the armrest.
that would be cool. Yeah, those are for like the superior home theater, where it's
Yeah.
like basically 2 loungers hooked together by a
Yeah,
central
they both
cooler.
recline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got drink rests in them. So like for your drink, and then the thing opens up and it's like a plastic tub that you can throw ice into it. That's some next level laziness, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I'd never leave. I'd just
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like,
I'd
why the
fume
fuck would I
sweat
go
out.
anywhere? Movies? Why would I go to the movies? The wife and I are going to the movies tomorrow. We're gonna go see Deadpool Wolverine.
Okay.
Go to a matinee show.
Let us know how it is.
You have any interest in seeing it?
Not really.
No way.
I mean, I'll watch
I'm
it
interested in
eventually,
seeing it because I really like the character. I like both characters, and I think both actors are like spot on for the characters. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. They're like perfect casting.
I mean, it was good, I guess. Actually, I want them to reboot the whole thing now that I heard the rumor of what's his name there? Harry
Who?
Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah,
What about him?
as Wolverine.
To
Yeah.
replace Hugh Jackman? He can't keep doing it. You're right.
As a reboot, though, like they would reboot
Yeah.
the whole of the Marvel, including the X-Men, into the Avengers world, right? Because they got Spider-Man back from Sony, right? Like on license and all that.
Yeah.
And I heard they were working out those Avengers and X-Men together problems. But that, yes, it's now what, 20 years?
Yeah.
You know, that it would have to reboot everything. And Daniel Radcliffe got fucking jacked for seemingly no reason. And the rumor was because he's been tapped for the new Wolverine. And the best part is he's short.
Yeah.
He's like 5'5", which is still a little too tall.
Yeah.
But that's
because Wolverine's is he's a short stack goblin, as they say. And
5'3", I think. He's listed
I think
5'3",
so.
260 pounds with his
When he was
adamantium.
part of Alpha Flight, Puck was like only like a foot shorter than him. Remember Puck?
Yeah.
He was a great character.
The stupid P on his chest.
Yeah, he's just wearing a black fucking unitard with a big orange P on it. Yeah. He's Puck.
Terrible.
And the reason they call him Puck is because, well, his uniform's black and he does cartwheels when he attacks. So he looks like a puck fucking rolling across the. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Canada, man. We are not a serious country. Even our fucking superheroes are lame. Except Canada, man. He's pretty good.
Sasquatch was all right, though.
Sasquatch was all right, yeah.
But yeah. But can you imagine Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine? That would be wicked.
If he can do a Canadian accent. Mind you, Wolverine's never really been characterized as Canadian, except for the fact, like, he's Canadian. But they've never played up the fact that he's Canadian. You know what I'm saying?
Not to well, no,
He's just
because
sounded like an American. He's American.
He's Canadian from what, 1870 something,
right?
And then he started traveling the world.
Yeah, I know Ajax. Yeah, he is Canadian, of course, but in media they've never played him up as Canadian, is what I'm saying. Like in the movies, he's never said a. You know, he's never fucking eaten poutine.
He's too worldly for that.
Or back bacon. Canada sucks so much he came down to Washington. Yeah, there you go. Fought for the U.S. in the Second World War alongside Captain America.
But yeah, that would be awesome. Daniel Radcliffe.
Do a reboot? Yeah, you know what? They're going to do it eventually. They're going to reboot everything. They'll probably reboot Star Trek before too long. Sasquatch isn't illegal, but I'll let it slide. Wasn't he French? What was his name? Lankowski. It's right. He was Polish. Lankowski.
And then the twins.
Walter Lankowski, I think was his name.
What were the twins called?
Oh, Aurora and North Star.
North Star.
Yeah, Aurora and North Star. Turned out North Star was gay. Who fucking knew? Apparently he was the first Marvel hero to be gay. He was gay before fucking Bobby Drake. So, there you go. Oh, that's not true. He wasn't the first Marvel hero to be gay. You know who was the first Marvel hero to be gay? Union Jack. Yep. Union Jack.
Was he openly gay?
He was gay. Openly gay in the comic books. They established he was gay back in the 1970s, yeah. Or 80s, whenever he was written.
Weird.
The TV tells me everything is gay. That's right. Everything's a little gay.
So TMNT, huh?
Yeah, TMNT and Other Strangeness.
That's Palladium.
It is Palladium.
And even if it's not Palladium, I can find a way to rift it in. Don't worry. If you guys, whatever you guys want.
You know, it uses the Palladium system. I don't know when it's coming out. I backed it on Kickstarter. I don't know when it's actually going to be coming out. Euros are gay. Who saw that coming? Yeah.
Because I have the old one.
I know. You told me.
I have an After the Bomb too. So I also know
Roadhogs. After the Bomb, Roadhogs. Do you have that one?
No, I don't have Roadhogs.
I remember playing Roadhogs. Roadhogs was awesome. Roadhogs was kind of the inspiration for El Camino. I like the idea of like going on fucking road trips in a completely transformed landscape that happens to have, you know, magical elements to it. That's what Elf Camino is essentially. Riffs? Yep. Riffs.
So what? I don't know what animal would you be? You
What
have
do you
one in
mean?
mind for TMNT?
Oh, for TMNT? I don't know. You know what? To be honest, I kind of like to make it. I kind of like to roll it, find out what it is.
What, just roll randomly for an animal?
Roll. Well, that was the cool thing about Palladium. You rolled randomly for everything.
No, but it's also very clear you basically don't have to.
I know you don't have to, but part of the fun is rolling randomly. So that's kind of what I want to do.
Okay.
Was Sabretooth Canadian? Yeah, if you read Logan, which is the definitive origin story of Wolverine, yes, Sabretooth was also a mutant and was Canadian and around the same time as what's his name? James Howlett. That's his name. Wolverine's real name is James Howlett. And he took the name Logan from the name of a childhood friend. And Sabretooth is the father of that childhood friend, and he hunts down Logan. He hunts down James Howlett because when his powers manifested, he ended up killing. His son, Sabretooth's son.
Huh.
Yeah, if I recall correctly. It's worth reading. If you haven't read it, it's worth reading. I want to be a capybara. Largest rodent.
Yeah, I could work it out for you.
Wolverine's real name is worst character. I like Wolverine. He's all right. He's not my favorite character in the Marvel or even the DCU.
No, he's cool.
He's all right. You got a favorite Marvel character?
It's hard. Spider-Man. I mean,
He's pretty cool.
I'll always have a special place in my heart for Spider-Man, right? Like that's
I like Captain America a lot. Mainly for what he represents more than anything else. He's got some great stories, but yeah, I like what he represents. I think that's what I like. And I think cinematically he's my favorite too. Like I really like the first Avenger. And I really like Winter Soldier. Civil War, not so much. But
no, I like Spider-Man because he's not. I mean, there's only a couple of things at which he's the best, and he's not even the best at them.
No,
right?
He's agile.
Yeah, he's got this agility, right? But I mean, there are other characters who have more agility than him. Even his like perfect balance. Yeah, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's bad fucking ass, man. Not Nick Cage, but you know,
Just the
Ghost
character,
Rider.
Ghost Rider, yeah. Nick Cage is badass for other reasons.
Technically, Deadpool is more flexible than Spider-Man somehow.
Well,
according to all the stats,
because you can pop his joints out and he can keep fucking moving.
Maybe
he doesn't die.
I don't know, but according to all the stats, if you ever collected all those cards, Deadpool's more flexible than Spider-Man.
Oh, there you go. I like Spider-Man as a character because his stories are relatable. They've made a point of making him like just a regular guy who's got shitty problems and his girl troubles and fucking. Plus, he has the responsibility of being a superhero, right?
And moreover, he's never the powerhouse. He's never the strong one.
No.
He's always struggling against far more powerful villains. And 90% of the time, he's outnumbered.
Yeah.
Like, they don't come at him one at a time, right? Like, Wherever there's Rhino, there's Scorpion. Like, and they're being sent by Doc Ock, right? And he's gonna have to face him too. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not
Little bit.
wrong. Got his powers from, from the afterlife, demons, other dimension. He's a spirit of vengeance, right?
But Spider-Man, because he's not more powerful, even though he has all these powers, he's almost always relying on his wits. Right?
Yeah.
He's outwitting his enemies.
And he's got plot armor too, to a degree. Like when he's fighting the Frightful Four or the Sinister Six or whatever. Half the time, the reason he prevails over them is because they can't betray. They always follow their nature, which means they're gonna fucking fight each other. They're gonna get mad at each other. They're gonna fucking not work together, and he capitalizes on it. You know what I mean? I like Deadpool. The idea that he's postmodernist nonsense. Okay, you could say the same thing about all comic book characters, really. Plastic Man. Plastic Man is they've tried to establish in DC Universe that he's actually really, really fucking powerful. Like the kind of shit he can do, like
Is this
Superman's
in the New
afraid of
52?
him. What's that?
In the New 52?
Well, in alternate stories where, Superman becomes a tyrant kind of thing, right?
Oh, okay.
But no, Plastic Man's apparently like Superman was afraid of Plastic Man because of how powerful he was. I mean, he can like he can morph his body to the point like down to like monofilament kind of like thinness, and he can enter your brain by expanding through your nose and stuff like that. Like they really made him out to be a frightening fucking character, you know?
That is fucked up. Well, because like they debuffed Superman when they went New 52 and rebooted all of DC, which was important because Superman had gotten like he was just better than everyone at everything. Right? And it's like that can't be right. There's something very wrong with this.
But that was part of what made him an appealing character, that he has to basically hold back all the time. Right?
I mean, they did a great I was the only person in the world apparently who liked the Superman video game on the PS2.
Yeah.
And one of the things I liked about it was, most games where you're playing like a single little avatar on screen and fighting bad guys, you have a health bar. But this is Superman. Superman doesn't have a health bar. Metropolis has a health bar. And you have to go save Metropolis. As Metropolis takes damage, you lose, right? I thought that was genius. And but yeah, I think New 52 was important that, like, okay, Flash, right? Who is one of my favorites in DC, billed as the fastest man alive.
Right.
Well, why is Superman faster than him? That can't be right. Like, if Flash is tapping into some mystical speed force and Superman is an alien who gets juice from the sun, he can't be faster than the Flash. That's not allowed.
He's faster than him in a foot race, but because the Flash has access to the speed force, when it comes right down to it, if Flash really wanted to go all out, he's faster than Superman. Yeah. Superman doesn't have access to the speed force.
Exactly.
But Flash does. Yeah.
Right. So how was Superman faster than the Flash ever?
Because they were just having a foot race, man.
But this is what was great in the New 52, right? It's one scene from a comic. I don't remember all the context, but Barry he's off to do something drastic, and he's running.
Yeah.
And Superman is chasing him and saying, "Barry, man, I can't let you do this." And he says, "You can't stop me, Clark." Says, "We've raced before. I've won some of those races." And Barry looks at him and says, "Those were for charity, Clark." And he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember seeing that. Yeah. Flash is cool. I had a friend who's like, what's so big about being able to move really fast? I'm like, well, you think about that. You pick up something, just pick up a fucking stone, and then run really fast, and then let the stone go right in front of the guy you're trying to fight. That stone continues to move as fast as you're moving. It's a bullet.
Yeah.
He's incredibly powerful.
Oh yeah.
Just purely on the fact that he can run really fast. Never mind all the Speed Force shit and the
Well,
fucking lightning that follows him everywhere he goes. He's just being able to run that fast is incredibly fucking powerful.
Well, here's how powerful he is. He is the new 52.
Yeah.
The new 52 doesn't exist until you read the Flashpoint Paradox,
Oh, is that
where
right?
Flash travels back in time, fucks
Yeah.
everything up, and then by returning to his own time has reset everything, so there's no more alternate universes. And the new
So
52 begins.
he could spend another day with his mom.
Yeah.
Fucking baby.
But then because of that, everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Right? Flashpoint Paradox is wild. I think they have a great cartoon of it that's really true to the comic book.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
With Eobard Thawne, yeah. Yeah. Anyone else here on vaccine? Elon just reminded us it's been 3 years. Twin is pure blood. I am not. I have had 2 vaccines. It's probably why I'm dying slowly. They gave me the VADES. That's what they're calling it now, eh?
Yeah.
Vaccination autoimmune disorder or autoimmune something.
I remember that arcade game. It was so shitty, but so fun. Like it really had
Where
nothing to do
you're
with
just like
Superman at all.
a
Yeah.
static fucking Superman flying everywhere.
And
Yeah,
you had to
yeah.
get like the different types of kryptonite but avoid other types of kryptonite.
That's right. It was so bad.
What is this? In the Marvel zombies, Quicksilver is the reason the zombie virus spread so fast. Speedsters are ridiculous.
It's true.
It makes the whole world fucking get like he literally fucked up the whole world. Nano, what's going on?
Yep. Hey, Nano Reaper.
Yeah, and just but also fixed it, right? By
Yeah.
undoing his going back in time. He had
Well,
to
he
go
had
back in time and then ungo back in time because that's how fucking fast he is.
In DC Universe, favorite character. Favorite DC character. I mean, Batman's pretty cool. He's got some great stories.
I wish I could find it. There's a Batman meme. He's standing outside like a rundown neighborhood. He's standing outside the Batmobile with a bullhorn. Has anyone seen the Joker? Batman, world's greatest detective.
Who do I? Green Lantern was always my favorite in the DC universe. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. He was always my favorite for a long time.
It's a good one. Green Lantern is cool, right? I like the idea that it's like the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
There's thousands of them that patrol the galaxy.
And I like how all the ones from Earth are like vastly different personalities. Like Jon Stewart didn't have the imagination of Hal Jordan, but his pure force of will made him like almost unstoppable. And then Guy Gardner, he just didn't give a fuck. He was almost like the Deadpool of the Green Lantern Corps. He was just like, he didn't care who he offended. He was in it for the fucking thrill of it. He wasn't, you know what I mean?
It's Guy during the death of Superman, right?
I believe Guy Gardner was, or was it Kyle Rayner? That's a good question.
I wonder how fast the Flash goes through a pair of trainers. Seriously.
Yeah, he's got specially made shoes, I think. Which Green Lantern?
Commandi. I don't know that word.
He was a character.
Who's the Green Lantern with the leather jacket and bad haircut?
That's Guy Gardner.
Gregor Eisenhorn, greatest anti-hero. That's my Green Lantern. Yeah.
You know what? It's easier if I just ask AI. I'm trying to search it.
Turok, son of stone. That's not
I
DC.
remember him.
I have the original Turoks, man. Like the 1960s Turoks. Before fucking Turok Dinosaur Hunter. Yeah, it's like exploding arrowheads and shit. No. Pure fucking Stone Age. Yeah, I swear it's Guy Gardner during like the reign of the Superman and the rebirth of Superman, or the the resurrection of Superman. Oh, Turok, yeah. Yeah, that character's super old. I've got a bunch of them. I've got like 1 through 30. Micronauts. I forgot that existed. Yeah, I swear it's Guy Gardner.
Yeah, I think you misunderstood my question. During the story of death of Superman,
Or Reign of the Supermen.
who was Green Lantern? Who was the active Green Lantern at the time?
Breaking. Yeah, this isn't breaking. Everyone knew
It was
that.
Hal Jordan. Apparently, he was Hal Jordan at the time.
Really?
Yeah, according to AI.
Breaking
Apparently
news.
at
The
the
guy who
time,
produced the Ultra Epsler Olympics opening is Jewish.
yeah, I heard that too.
And gay.
Well, that stands to reason. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Thomas Jolly. What the hell is even that?
I remember that. What the hell is even that?
That's from. Isn't that from Trailer Park Boys?
No.
What's it from?
A dad
Some like
comes home
meme?
to his son having a rager at the house, and he's home early and he's freaking out. And the son is trying to tell his dad chill, right?
Daddy,
But then,
chill.
no. The son is just like a regular guy, but his gay friend, who's never met this father, is calling him daddy and very flamboyantly, gaily, chill, daddy, chill. But he's got like the purple hair and the nose ring.
Yeah.
And the dad just points at the guy and goes, "What the hell is even that?"
Nifla's big boy locomotive while listening to y'all outside in the backyard by the fire pit. Oh, that sounds like
Nice.
fun. Sounds like fun. A generic Lego Nifla's big boy locomotive. I didn't know they made Lego made locomotives like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about building a Lego city.
Yeah,
Just for
like
shits and giggles.
just from scratch, or like buy some sets.
Oh yeah,
like
buy
Lego
the
sets.
sets, right? Because they have fucking everything
Mhm.
for Lego City. Like, forget fire department and grocery store. They have the construction crew
Mhm.
and a food truck. Oh, off-brand.
It's an off-brand. Okay.
Because
That's
that
pretty
would
cool.
be But that would be the first sets that I get: the construction crew and the food truck,
Well,
right?
because they got to build everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. That reminds me, I watch a lot of like construction technology videos on YouTube,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of like stuff that people are making now that is basically turning construction into Lego. Instead of having like, you take lumber or, steel framing or whatever. Now they're having things where uh, it's like a form that they can just throw down and then boom, build everything out of that form. You know what I mean? Like from the form, they'll make a form, then you pour something into the form, and boom, that makes your wall. It's like it's hard to explain, but basically they're using a lot of Lego brick style technologies and basically having, instead of lumber that needs to be cut to size, you've got individual pieces, bricks that are meant to lock together, or components that are meant to lock together, and they're designed so they can be put together with mortar or fasteners and shit like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of neat. So you would get the Lego Mexican line.
Here, hold the stream
No, he
for
didn't
me.
say gardeners. He said construction workers.
Hold the stream for me. But it is a taco truck.
Oh, okay, it's a taco truck. So then that would be the Mexico line. There you go. Yeah, my friend's got a bunch of Lego sets. She puts together, like, she's got Harry Potter stuff and a bunch of other stuff, and she's put them all together on like a table. So she has her own little sort of de facto Lego city that mixes genres. Because I think she might have some like DC Heroes stuff too, and some, oh no, she's got like Doctor Strange's like what do you call it, house on in New York, the Sanctum or whatever. But then she's also got Harry Potter shit. So it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about getting into it, but then I'm like, okay, so then I have stuff in my house that I need to find a space for. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys, I'm getting tired. Mexicans do like 80% of the construction down here. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. They do a lot of gardening. Like I have my in-laws live in Florida, and they had a house that was in like a gated community, and it was all Mexican like landscaping crews, every one of them. So that's why they stand outside the Home Depot, man. They got to get construction work because, they'll wait for a guy in a truck to come by and say, I need three of you. And then they hop in. If they're not rapists, they're hard workers. Donald Trump said so. Some of them, I'm sure, are good people. Anyway. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of a Donald Trump thing. I think in St. Paul, Minnesota. And they're talking about sending back, like, JD Vance came out and said, hey, if you're in the country illegally, start packing your bags because you're going back. Like they're determined to deport like however many millions of people. In Florida, it's not Mexicans, it's Cubans and Ricans. Oh, really? Okay, good to know. Cubans and Puerto Ricans. What's the difference? Come on. No, it's racist. Keeps fucking disappearing on me. Just go get a beer. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I hope you guys get Trump in for president down there. I really do. I think he's got to finish out his story arc. He's the monomyth. If he doesn't finish out his story arc, then the universe doesn't make sense and the logos doesn't exist. So yeah, he's gonna win. But you have to bring it about. You have to become an agent of the logos. Fight for the truth that is the universe putting the monomyth Donald Trump back in the White House.
See, but we're not living through history. We're living through the prologue of the Baron Trump saga.
I know you believe that. I like him being a mysterious character. I want him to become Batman.
Now, he could be more than Batman. So much more.
Trump is going to win. Yeah, I hope so. I think he's the universe doesn't make sense if he doesn't win. But I know the agents of the pseudos, they're going to try to prevent him from winning. So, hey, buddy, what's going on? My cat's here looking at me. You gonna come on the screen? You want to say hello? There you go, Mr. Mac. Look over here. Look over here. What's that? What's that? No, he's scared. He runs away.
Okay, pick a number 1 to 100.
48.
Okay, one more, please.
Between 1 and 100?
Yep.
33.
Pig.
I'm a pig. Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja. Okay, let's make a character, man. Let's do it.
Pig it is. All right. So, yeah, we can just do the basic real quick. What do you call that? Spending your bio-E points to mutate your character from a pig to humanoid?
Yeah.
Don't just be a regular pig, please. Don't do that.
No, I want to be mutated.
I won't allow it.
Like Bebop or Rocksteady. Rocksteady was the rhino, right? Bebop was the big fucking boar.
Yeah. Where the fuck is pig? There it is. Okay. Wow, size level 12. That's huge. Pigs can be up to 800 pounds.
Nice.
God damn.
I'm a big pig.
Yeah, so you only have 25 bio-E to start, but you can trade away size levels for more.
Okay. I don't know what the costs are for the bio E levels.
Oh yeah, okay. So the 4 basic things: hands, biped, speech, and looks, right? And it's 5 and 10 for partial and full.
Well, I want to go full.
Like full, well, you can pick each one individually, right? So like
Full
you can go
biped.
full biped. So you stand upright, you walk on 2 legs, right?
Yep.
You don't run on all 4s or anything like that.
No, full hands and feet.
Yep. So that would be 20 of your current 25.
Okay. And then and what's the other one? Looks and what?
Speech.
So can I talk?
Yeah, so partial would be that you have like an animal growl, like think of some of the more animalistic villains. Maybe you actually speak like Kevin in that episode of The Office. Why use many word when few word do trick?
You think I'm retarded? You know what? Okay, so let's sacrifice the size level to get some more. How many
Sure.
points they give me?
5 per level.
Okay, so let's sacrifice 2 size levels. So instead of being size level 12, he's size level 10 then?
Sure, yeah.
Size level 10.
That gives you 10 more points. So you have 15.
Okay. I want him to be able to talk.
Like cleanly?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 points for full speech. Like the turtles, right? You just talk like a normal person.
Yeah. Appearance, he's going to look full on pig.
Nice. So no
So
points spent there.
I don't have to spend any points on that.
That's right.
Okay.
Now. See, this says natural weapons none, but I think there's room to give them fucking
Tusks.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if they actually have. Oh yeah, okay. They have a separate entry for boar, but
He doesn't need natural weapons. Maybe he's a fucking martial artist, or maybe he's really good with guns. He's got full hands, so maybe he's
Yeah,
like a
sure.
gunslinger.
Okay, yeah, you can also get advanced hearing for 5, or and also basically extra hit points for 5 more. So what did you have left? 15?
Is that what I had left? No, because I spent 20 on. You said I had 25, and then I added 10 for my size difference, so that's 35.
10, 20. Oh, okay. So you've got 5 remaining.
5
now.
left. Yeah.
So advanced hearing for 5, or what's it called? Extra hit points.
Give him the advanced hearing. Why not?
That makes sense. Animal hearing is awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And pigs are smart. You get a bonus to IQ.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah. And let's see here. Size level.
He's
Jesus.
10.
Yeah, size level 10. That's fucking big for a mutant animal. Like the turtles, I think, are size level 8.
Yeah, but they also came from really small animals, right? They came from like
Oh,
little
yeah.
fucking pet turtles, right? So
Yeah, but being tiny, they also have like 95 BioE or something stupid to spend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, size level 10. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, you can be 200 pounds and over 5 feet tall, man.
all right. So
Actually, you could end up over 6 feet, but we need dice at this point if you want to go
it's
random.
all D100s, right?
No. This is like 60 inches plus 3d6 for your height and shit, right?
Oh, okay. Well, we can use that. We can do that if you want.
I don't have dice on me; they're hidden
Yeah, but we
around here
can do
somewhere.
it. I can do it digitally.
5 till you snort when you speak.
Nah, that's too stereotypical.
Nice to meet you, Bebop. Yes. So they did a couple of books where they expanded. Like there's oh yeah, they have the Australia expansion for all the fucking wild marsupials and crazy wildlife there. But I think there's rules that you can yeah, like there's
Okay.
a general rule so you can take any animal and sort of figure out roughly what it's worth.
So I got
Me next.
I got a die roller here. If you want to share it, so you can see
Sure.
so I'm not cheating.
Legit die rolls.
There you go.
That was your roll for 3d6?
No, it's 1d6. I'll add 2 more dice. So 9, 11.
So that's 511.
Cool.
And 3d10 to add to 175 for your weight.
So is that 17?
Yes, was that like 192?
Yeah.
5'11", 192 pounds of pure bacon.
All right.
Name your character the Baconator. Yeah, but as far as mutation goes, your character's done.
Now you'd basically pick your skills and your weapons and that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, but that'll all be rift stuff because you're a fucking pig mage.
I'm a pig mage?
Yeah. Gonna make you a mage for rifts. But like you can cross all the Palladium shit together and you can do what you want in Palladium. Like
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the system. It's true.
that's why they call it the Megaverse, because they fucking rifted in Macross. My guy, Nano. They rifted in Macross. They have the rights to everything Robotech.
Yeah, that's cool. Didn't they call it BattleTech?
No, that's something else. That's literally
BattleTech isn't BattleTech a Palladium system though?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Because
Maybe I'm wrong.
they literally have the Robotech license to the Robotech franchise for the Robotech RPG. But it can be rifted into rifts. And so yeah, Nano has it. Nano has the Macross from Palladium. I think I've got it all, man. I have the fucking Invid Invasion, Southern Cross. I don't think they made Genesis. No, BattleTech is its own 2d6 system. Nano knows.
Catalyst Game Labs. They're the ones who made it. Oh, they also did Shadowrun and MechWarrior. Interesting.
Oh. You know what's funny? I forgot how much I actually enjoy beers. Like I've always liked them, but then I was doing that thing where I was trying to lose a whole bunch of weight, and I worked, and I found out how bad beer is for weight.
Yeah.
But also now that I've been drinking whiskey all that time, not that I don't enjoy it, I do like the whiskey, but I had to avoid beers. keep the weight down. It turns out I can drink like infinite beers. Yeah, it's really
Infinite,
weird.
huh?
Like it takes so long to drink one that I'm metabolizing the alcohol in it before I'm opening the next one, so I'm not really getting more drunk. Like I have to drink 2 or 3 in quick succession to catch a
Right.
buzz.
Right,
And
right,
then as I nurse a beer at a normal pace, it never gets any more than that.
right. Yeah, I never developed a taste for beer. I've never liked the taste of beer. The only one I've ever actually thought was pretty good was Dos Equis. That's the only one I really don't
Oh,
mind.
Dos Equis is okay. But the problem is, again, we in Canada had this idea that, oh, our beer's the best. Our beer's mostly garbage, especially if it's Labatt or Molson. Those are terrible, terrible beers.
Yeah, it's just slightly more alcoholic American beer.
But it's not even like it. Yeah. Actually, okay. There is a Molson beer that I really like, especially on a really hot, while you are drinking horse piss. Hot summer day, as long as it's icy, icy cold, Molson Dry.
I remember drinking Molson Dry. Again, not a fan of beer. I've always been a rum and coke guy.
Mm.
It's my favorite drink. That's what I drink. Because I grew up on sugary drinks, so I can't drink alcohol straight. But apparently, there's a flower bud that you can eat, and it makes the taste of alcohol. You don't taste alcohol. Like you don't get the burn from alcohol.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like you still taste it, but it coats your mouth so you don't feel the burn.
Hmm. Pox also wants to be a mutant animal, though,
Okay.
for a Rifts game.
Sounds good.
I should jot down your. You know
My
what? I'll
character.
remember it. I'm so fucking autistic when it comes to this game, because you're getting the new version now that's Kickstartering for a re-release.
Right.
This was how I was introduced to it, was
Yeah.
through TMNT.
Well, no, the new version though is basically, if I understand correctly, the new version is a reprinting of the original version. It's just a reprint. They didn't change anything.
I think it'll be 2 numbers, 1 to 100, Pox. And if you want to actually roll them, but you don't have to because you can't see the table. I can see the table. But if he says he's rolling them, I trust him, right? But he doesn't.
He says he's just going to give you 2 numbers between 1 and 100. Give me a painkiller, pusser rum, pineapple juice, and cream of coconut. I don't know what pusser rum is though.
Let me tell you, painkiller. I wouldn't. That's not my particular fun thing to mix with alcohol. But 10 milligrams of fucking Valium in a beer or 7 is pretty wild. But if I'm feeling particularly frisky, it's the Little Orange House muscle relaxant. Pussers is a brand of rum. Okay, the Little Orange House muscle relaxant and whiskey. That is a surefire way to not remember what the fuck happened that night.
It's like a cheap roofie.
No, I mean you'll remember to a point, like to your up until your last drink, and then your last drink you'll be like, how did I make it to bed? So is Pox going to give us some numbers or what?
I don't know.
He's opening his die roller. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's taking so long. He's doing it legit.
Good on you, man. You can do it. My die roller is Google. Google has a dice roller.
Well, he said he was a system something.
I don't know.
A system creep, system freak, system. He likes
No
systems,
idea.
so he wants to use them.
14.
14,
Or
and
go
I
get a
need
drink
the
of water.
second number now because that gives an 88. So 14, 88, motherfucking bat.
Nice.
Look at that shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, bat is wicked. You're gonna get a fuck ton of BioE and options for all kinds of powers.
Call yourself fucking Morbius. It's Morbin time.
Yeah, size level 1, 70 BioE to start. Oh my god. Okay, so for features, right? We'll start with hands, right? 5 for partial, 10 for full, but those are at the end of your wings. 20 BioE for an extra set of fully developed arms and hands while maintaining full wings.
Which doesn't make sense. You should have your wings should be ended hands, even if they're
Except,
just partial.
no, but hold on. That's the problem. Bat wings are their hands.
No, I get it, but
Yeah.
they also typically have a claw, like a single claw at the end. So it could be that it functions like a hand because he's got an extra claw on it. You know what I mean? I mean, game terms, you just decide whether or not he can use his wing as a hand, right? That's what it comes down to.
Hands on the wings. Do you want partial usage where like you can pick stuff up and hold it, but if you're using a crayon, it's like a chimpanzee using a crayon. You probably can't fire a gun accurately.
Yeah.
You can basically use or full hands where as long as you're not trying to fly, you can use your hands to write cursive and fire guns and stuff.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh, and painkillers drink 2 ounces of rum,
the name of the drink.
1.5 ounce of OJ, 1.5 ounce of pineapple juice, ounce of cream of coconut shaken and poured over crushed ice. Oh, so that's the name. Okay, so full
That
hand.
does sound
full
good.
hand.
Although I will say this, I'm not a fan of the flavor of coconut. Now, cream of
neither.
coconut might not be so bad, but
So full hands on the ends of wings. Okay, biped, fully automatic, believe it or not.
oh, so you don't have to pay for the biped?
No, like a bird, right? They walk on 2 legs, and technically so do bats. They just tend to do it upside down. So speech, 5 for garbled animalistic speech or 10 for full human speech. Night, Ajax. Thanks for coming. Full human speech. Done. And looks, do we even have to ask? What fun is the game if you're trying to make yourself look human? You want to look like an animal, right? 0 points. You just look like an upright bat. Besides, if you have wings with hands on the end, doesn't matter what you do to your face, right? It's a drink invented at the Soggy Dollar Bar in the British Virgin Islands. Cool. Bat, definitely bat. You're muted.
He wants to look like a bat.
Just a giant nerdy bat fella, not bar fella. Gotcha.
So he's a bat, but because bats have, pretty limited eyesight, he wears big fucking thick Coke bottle glasses.
Okay, so natural weapons. You can have a bite for light damage at 5 BioE. And while we're thinking about that, 10 BioE for glide or 20 BioE for flight. He's taking it. He's taking the bite. He's taking the bite. Glide or flight. Glide or flight.
I take flight as well, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 20.
If
And
you're going to have the
now,
limited hands, you may as well get the full benefit of flight.
sonar. Only costs 5 BioE for proper sonar. I'm just going to assume he's taking it for now. What are we looking at? 10, 20, 30, 35, 55, 60. Ooh.
He said yes, he wants to have the sonar.
So you only have 10 by OE now for size. So that gets you up to size level 3, which is fucking tiny, bro. Size level 3 is so small.
How big is it? Like a foot?
I think it might be, yeah. Yeah, size level 3. Oh my god. It's between 5 and 10 pounds.
It's like the size of a cat.
As tall as 2 feet.
Yeah.
So
That's okay.
roll
It's
us
up to him, though.
roll us a 2d6 for your height. Little nerdy bat fella.
Craig, roll them for me. Okay. 2d6, you said?
Yes, sir.
Seven.
So you're 1'7". It'll like basically knee height,
Yeah, he's about the size of a cat.
and 1d6 to add to 4 for his weight.
A 5.
And just a cute little bitey guy. Flight and bite, baby. Do your power where your bite has anti-clotting saliva and numbing agent, so bites bleed profusely, but the victim don't feel it. Proper vampire bat shit.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So when are you going to run this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Strangest / Riffs?
I have no idea. Because yeah, if I drag these characters. Oh, what did he roll for weight?
7.
A 1D?
So
No, for
wait,
a 1D6?
5. It was
So
1d6
9
is
pounds.
5.
Yeah,
9 pounds. There you go.
1'7"
Weight
and
like a
9
cat.
pounds.
You're like a small cat.
One foot 7.
That's all
Because
right.
when I drag you over into the Rifts world, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be like a mage, what the fuck is he gonna be? Super psychic.
He could be like my familiar. And he like talks shit to me all the time.
Oh, he'll do that anyway.
Because he can speak, right? Yeah, it'd be funny. So my character, he's a pig. He's a pig mage. We're gonna call him Magic Mutton.
Magic mutton?
Yeah, is it mutton pig? No, that's sheep, isn't
No,
it?
it's sheep, yeah.
Oh shit.
Also, the largest real bat in the world weighs 3 pounds with a wingspan of 5 feet.
Is that like the flying foxes of Australia? Anyway, so this dude, okay, my pig man, he thinks he's a mage. Maybe he is a mage. And one time he cast a spell that he thought was Find Familiar, and all of a sudden Pox's character shows up, so he thinks he's his familiar. But Pox's character isn't his familiar. He just failed the spell. Golden Flying Fox. Baconator. There you go.
Stink bombs, explosives, crazy purple knockout gas. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, definitely. Holy shit. So there's a character class in Rifts that's basically a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But it would definitely fit this. Stink bombs, explosives, crazy purple knockout gas. He's a 1'7", 9 pound fucking bounty hunter. Oh, that'd be wild. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm just trying to think of different language words for pig.
Pork. Red Rosso.
Porco rosso.
Porco Rosso.
That's Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was a anime
Yeah, it was an anime. Yeah, but
pilot.
he was an Italian pig detective, wasn't he?
Well, he's a pilot.
He was a pilot. I thought he was a
Yeah, yeah. I
detective.
thought like a biplane fighter pilot.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a detective.
Porco Rosso.
Porco rosso. Put him in a golden boy suit.
Porco Dio.
Stink bombs, explosives, crazy purple knockout gas. That's hilarious.
Yeah, riffs can do that.
Magi Uncas, the Malevolent. That's not a bad name. That's not a bad name. Yeah, so you know what I think you should do? You should come up with a quick one-shot scenario for a magic pig and uh, a Batman, anthropomorphic bat to have in this Rifts world, and run it on one of your casual AF streams because it's supposed to be a gaming stream anyway, right?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I haven't run a game in I don't know, God, 25
Fuck!
years.
It's like falling off a bike. You never forget.
It's not. No, it's not.
Don't
And
be a
you're really
pussy.
good at it. You did such a good job.
No,
Even despite the fact that I was ruining it at every turn.
you weren't ruining it. You guys had a great time. I had a good time too.
My character was absolutely like antagonistic to the story.
No, your character was played well. Like you played him like you described him. It was good. We played a quick one-shot session of Elf Camino. But yeah. You didn't derail anything. Well, you weren't antagonistic to anything. You guys did what you needed to do. You were wary of that little town that you stopped in, and you said, "We're getting the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I can't force you to stick around." So anyway,
well, at least now we have some groundwork. But you guys wanted to do Shadowrun. Let's do that first.
yeah, I'll play Shadowrun. That'd be fun. But tonight, I think I'm gonna go to bed because it's getting kind of late.
Golden
Sorry,
Boy.
I meant Glitter Boy Power Armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
not a Golden Boy suit. Glitter Boy. I think
I
he's
don't know what
literally
Glitter
too
Boy is.
small to pilot the Glitter Boy. Yeah.
What's a Glitter Boy?
It's it's basically a walking tank. A 10-foot
okay.
tall power armored tank with an enormous fucking gun. Slow as shit, but its armor is super, super reflective to defend against laser beam.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right.
BattleTech or Macros
No.
or whatever?
No. Riffs.
Oh, Riffs. Oh, okay. You guys pick a character and look over Anarchy for whatever you're gonna do. Let me know which character you're picking. I think I might play that shaman because I like magic characters, so I might play that shaman, Una the whatever shaman. I'll have to read more about it, but yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. Anyway, sir, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I know it's your stream, but I'm gonna duck out because
No, yeah. We're gonna call it. We're almost pushing 3 hours.
2 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's call it a night. Don't forget Trump got shot.
Yeah,
Don't
never
let them
forget.
trick you with look
Never
a
forget what
woman.
they did. Never forget what they did to the monomyth. Anyway,
They tried.
but they will fail.
So thanks for sticking it out, everyone. And we'll see you next week, Craig's channel.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Ammunition 57, I believe.
Have a good night, everyone.
So long.
Hail Sigmar.